Welcome to Indiana High School football on K99.3. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service, Dairy Queen of Winnemac, Patrick Auto Group, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Ancilla College, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columby and Chris McGowan is next.
The past few years have highlighted many unsung heroes in our communities, and one that comes to mind are educators.
We always appreciate the important work that educators do, but we're especially thankful for how they have gone above and beyond to serve students across Indiana.
I'm Paul Knighty, Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association, and a proud North Posey Viking.
And I'm Carrie Rosati, IHSAA Assistant Commissioner and a proud Roncalli Royal.
Let's take a moment to thank all of our educators, including those who also coach. They always go the extra mile, not only to develop successful student athletes, but also great people.
High school sports would not be what they are without the men and women who teach and coach our state student athletes.
To all of our educators, we see you, we care about you, and we're really grateful for you.
Let's all support the vital work of teachers and coaches by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is appreciation. This is gratitude. This is your IHSA.
Rick Reb, 5 Star in the Knox Mall. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you, Tony Ross. Hudsonville, you know it's the premium ice cream. It's simply the best. 48 ounce assorted varieties, $2.99. New Frida smoked or honey turkey or oven roasted chicken breast in the deli, $8.99 a full pound. Our family purified or spring water 24-pack, half-liter bottles, 3 for $9.88. Where's that 5 Star?
In the Knox Mall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort. Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here are the voices of K99.3, Mitch Columby and Chris McGowan.
You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, it's win or go home as the Culver Cavaliers host the South Central Satellites of Union Mills for round 2 of sectionals. This is Indiana High School football. For the last 57 years, we've experienced sports broadcasting greatness here on WKVI. For that, we tip our hat to Harold Welter and thank him for his dedication and service to local high school sports. Thank you, Harold, for all that you did for Kankakee Valley Broadcasting. Thank you to our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, who is back at KVB headquarters, making sure we are broadcasting out to you live. Down on the sidelines, getting all the inside information from the field, our sports analyst, Chris McGowan. I am Mitch Columby. The tradition continues. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting. And we welcome you to Cavalier Field here in Culver, Indiana, 46511, as we have moved on into round 2 in sectional 41 of the 2022 Indiana High School football season. A beautiful night here in Culver as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports on WKVI 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. As we get ready for round 2 sectional football action, we haven't seen the Cavs since week 3. Of course, head coach Mike Zahner has been giving us weekly updates on the Saturday Sports Line. As you well know, he is in his 7th season as head coach here in Culver. The Cavs ended this season above 500 at 5 wins and 4 losses on the year. They come into tonight hot, winning 4 of their last 5 games. That includes last week's round 1 win against North Newton, 50-8. Big time win for them. You got to be happy for Cavs country around here, as it is a winning season indeed. They win round 1, push it to round 2 for a rematch of week 2 against South Central Satellites of Union Mills. We had a chance to talk to head coach Buzz Schoaf of South Central, as well as head coach Mike Zahner of the Culver Cavs. We'll worry about that a little bit later in our coach's corner. But as we move on, leading the Cavs in rushing is senior Shane Schumann. He has 244 carries on the season for 1,404 yards, sitting at 5.7 yards per carry. We, of course, have spoken about Shane Schumann often. You know, he broke Culver Community's all-time rushing record early on this season. We expect to hear a lot from him tonight. And in the receiving category, sophomore Ethan Binion leads the team with 19 receptions for 206 yards on the year, averaging 10.8 yards per catch. Hey, the Cavs love to run, and run it they will. In the passing category, senior quarterback Jason Cadle has 78 attempts, completing 39 of those for 418 yards on the year. He has been solid handling the pigskin for the Cavs. And, as we think about hearing that rundown, it's a solid team. They're going to come at you, and they're going to come hard. Head coach Mike Zahner said in practice a couple days ago when I was there, he was talking to his defense, saying to the Cavs, hey, you cannot be backpedaling on this South Central Satellites offense. They're going to be ready to party. That's his exact words. They are going to be ready to party. This is round 2 of sectionals. It's time to get fired up. Get here to the game if you have a chance. Culver Community, we are ready for action. We are just 20 minutes away from kickoff, as tonight it is win or go home. Huge game for them. All right. After we talked about that, it's been 21 days since we last saw South Central. Since that time, they have won 2 in a row heading into tonight's second-round matchup. Funny how things can turn around so quickly. When I talked to head coach Buzz Schoaf yesterday at practice, I asked him, what has been the turnaround? And he says it's the attitude of this team. He says they have always had it in them and expects them to show up tonight and give it their all. Needless to say, it looks like these Satellites are gelling at the right time. And I'm expecting a big-time game from the Satellites. We saw them in Week 8, a little bit upsetting loss there. But, of course, that week was a tough week for Union Mills in general. But the fact that they were able to string together 2 wins in a row coming into tonight, who would have thought that the South Central Satellites would be competing in round 2 of the sectional? So they got that win over Bowman Academy last week, of course. And as we look at the South Central Satellites, leading them in rushing is junior Aaron Hogan. He has 36 carries on the season for 149 yards, sitting at 4.1 yards per carry. Hogan has been out due to injuries much of the season, but he provides a lot of the juice for this Satellite offense. In the receiving category, the Satellites don't throw often, but when they do, sophomore Clayton Stroud leads the way with 12 receptions for 122 yards on the year, averaging 10.2 yards per catch. In the passing category, junior quarterback Zach Hanshar has 52 attempts for 199 yards on the year. Also, don't forget Hanshar can throw on the run, as we saw South Newton in Week 8 have some trouble with his elusiveness. He's able to get out of the pocket. He can make things happen. He's able to throw on the run. Had a couple tough throws, but boy, can he launch it far down the field. Be expecting to see a big-time play from this South Central Satellite team. I wouldn't doubt it if they go into the air. A rare occasion from them, but this time in the season, we may see them take some risks tonight that they may not have done earlier in the season. We have a fantastic game on hand. We appreciate you joining us. The South Central Satellites facing off against the Culver Cavaliers. We appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show, refreshing the world, making a difference. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. The beat begins in a simple and mellow place, from low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of the artist's experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on all the amazing offers we're dropping this summer.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friend about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports. Only one injury to report tonight, and that's Ben Bashinsky of South Central. He is out for tonight. He told me in graphic detail what exactly happened in that Week 5 win over Osceola Gracie yesterday at practice. Let's just say it's knee-related, and he is walking around no problem, showing good signs of recovery, and also has a great sense of humor. So we are happy he is doing better, as that is your Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned as the Marion University Ancilla College Coaches Corner is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Let's coaches on the Ancilla College Coaches Corner with Mitch Columbi.
Here with head coach of the Culver Cavaliers, Mike Zahner, getting ready for a big game tonight, round 2 of sectional action. Mike, what have you planned all week in preparation for tonight's matchup?
Just execution. When we talk about execution, and both offensively, defensively, and even special teams, you look back at week 2 and didn't feel like we executed at times in each phase, and made the game a lot closer than what maybe it could have been. But the South Central's a different team. We're a different team, so we're excited. We just got to really focus on ourselves and come out from the first snap to the last snap and make sure we're ready to play.
Yeah, it is interesting. You guys will be facing off against a familiar foe in week 2 that you just mentioned. Is there anything we should be looking to see from your guys in particular tonight?
Not really. I mean, we do what we do. Hopefully, we've always feel like the most physical football team is going to be the winner. The outcome is going to be dictated on how the physicality of the football game, and so that's kind of been our MO. So we really want that to be our focus in what we do, both offensively and defensively.
As of right now, what's your pregame speech sounding like?
Good question. There's no tomorrow. If you don't win today, there's no tomorrow. Half the teams in 1A put up the pads last week, and there's going to be another half putting them up this week. So let's not be that one. And on that bottom side, and make sure we're taking care of business. And you play in November, you're playing for a chance for a trophy. So we're that should be an excitement enough to get these guys up.
Any message to the fans who may be listening and or watching at the same time tonight?
Hey, just enjoy it. I always say, there's not a better play. I know it's $7 now. We normally charge $5, but $7 for sectional. If you get a chance to get out here anywhere, if you're in Knox, if you're in Judson, if you're in Culver, get out to the game and support these guys. Make sure they deserve it. These guys work their butts off. The coaches work their tails off as well, and get out and support those guys. It's the cheapest seat you'll ever buy, and you'll get a great experience.
I appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
Welcome to Marion University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marion University. Marion's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marion University is ranked third most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News & World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marion.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marion.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome back to the Marion University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. I have with me head coach of the South Central Satellites, traveled all the way from Union Mills this evening, is head coach Buzz Schoaf. Coach, what have you planned all week in preparation for tonight's matchup?
Just preparing our kids for a physical game. We know that every second of this game is going to matter. It's never going to be easy. They're never going to give you anything. You're going to fight for everything, and just preparing them mentally and physically to go out and play an entire football game without taking any breaks or taking any plays off.
Is there anything in particular we should be looking from your guys tonight?
No, I mean, we're just going to go out there. We're going to do what we do best, and we're going to try to control the football, keep the ball out of their offensive hands, sustain drives, and when we get opportunities, we have to score. So, we don't want to. We want to score on every possession, but we don't want to score too quickly because we have to be able to control the clock to make sure that their offense doesn't just take the entire clock from us and make this a game that we don't want it to be.
Right. Is there anything that you could tell us that what your pregame speech is going to sound like this evening?
It's going to be pretty simple. These kids, you respect these kids, but now it's time to hurt these kids. So, we're not going to do anything, against the rules, but you play this game with a little bit of fire and a little bit of tenacity, and that's how the game is played. There's nothing but respect from both sides, but then again, we like to get after each other too. So I'm just going to make sure that they are confident in what they're doing and that they're ready to go.
Anything that you'd like the fans who may be listening or watching the game and listening at the same time to know?
Well, I just appreciate that all they have done throughout the season, and I'm glad that we could at least give them the opportunity to hopefully listen to a good ball game here. And I just appreciate that they would be willing to want to listen to a game that I'm involved in.
Coach, I appreciate your time as always.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll be back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Time now for the keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Once again, here's Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
All right, as we get set for round 2 sectional football action, it's time for our keys to the game. We are thinking about the South Central Satellites here, and I got to tell you, from talking with head coach Buzz Schoaf all season long, seeing them in Week 8, they have got to use Zach Hanshar to their benefit here. They also need to use Aaron Hogan, who has been out for majority of this season. Those are two key players that I believe are a key to the factors in hoping that the Satellites win this game. Keep an eye on Hogan. Keep an eye on Hanshar. If I was South Central, those were the two guys that I would try to get the ball early, try to keep the clock running. But like Buzz Schoaf said, we don't want to get caught where they are stealing the possessions, keeping the ball away from them with the possession. You've got to move the ball quickly and score efficiently. I think that is the key to the game for the South Central Satellites. Now flip sides, our Auto Park keys to the game for the home team, the Culver Cavaliers. Mike Zahner said it best. Do what we do best. I think Shane Schumann is going to have a standout, breakout performance tonight. I think the key to the game is to get him the ball early. He is the leading rusher all time here at Culver. Might as well use him to the best of your ability, and it's going to be a fantastic game for him. That is our keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Marian University's Ancilla College. If you are looking for a place to continue your education, visit marian.edu/Ancilla. We are going to take a break as the Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our starting lineup is next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here at the Auto Park Chevrolet Buick GMC in Plymouth, we have one of the largest vehicle selections in northern Indiana. We know that you can visit any number of dealerships when shopping for a new car. That's why we always make sure we go above and beyond for our loyal customers throughout Michiana. Our Auto Finance Center also works to ensure that you take advantage of a lease or loan solution that fits your budget. Lots of new inventory in stock and en route. Special local market pricing. Come drive the new Silverado and soon the new Hummer EV. Stop by our showroom today or go to AutoParkChevroletBuickGMC.com and see more. Or even buy that special car you're looking for. The Auto Park Chevrolet Buick GMC in Plymouth. Come see the value.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people in the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
Now it's time for the starting lineups.
On offense for the Satellites tonight, starting at quarterback is Zach Hanshar. The running back, Aaron Hogan. At halfback is Angelo Staff. The tight end is Hayden Trutko. The starting wide receivers tonight are Clayton Stroud, Kevin Higley, and Adam Kalina. The O-line being held down by Max Pershk, Preston Keene, Nevin Beagle, and Connor Elliott. For the Cavs on offense, starting at quarterback is Jason Cadle. The fullback is Shane Schumann. Halfbacks are Ryan Beam and Brady Kendernay. Emiliano Ortiz is listed as the wide receiver. The tight ends tonight are Oliver Morgan and Ethan Binion. The O-line being held down by Robert Evans, Stephen Pugh, Devin Burkett, and Ben Lee. That is your starting lineup for tonight, as we will be back to get set for kickoff as round 2, sectional 41 of the 2022 Indiana high school football season from Culver, Indiana is about to get started. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
What's good about Dairy Queen? Dilly bars, DQ cakes, blizzards, and the $5 buck lunch. Stop in for the $5 buck lunch with an entree, fresh hot fries, your choice of an ice-cold Coca-Cola product, and a soft-serve sundae flavor of your choice. Available every day from 11 to 4. Have a $5 buck lunch exclusively at Dairy Queen. Proud to support high school sports on US 35 Monticello Street in Winamac. Find out what's good about Dairy Queen.
Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Cook knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. The beat begins in a simple and mellow place, from low-key to high-up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of the artist's experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke, so you never miss out on all the amazing offers we're dropping this summer.
Welcome back to Cavalier Field as the Culver Cavaliers host the South Central Satellites of Union Mills. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. As we look at our other area teams, Chris, Mark Hall and his West Central Trojans stay home to face Taylor tonight. After finishing the season at 8-1, the Trojans rolled over Caston 28-6 in round 1 last Friday. What are your thoughts on the Trojans' game against Taylor tonight, Chris?
As long as West Central takes care of the football, I like chances to advance to next week's sectional championship. So again, they don't have to make that long trip to Taylor. Taylor's got to come to Francisville, and I like Wilson chances tonight.
The North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays get to host a sectional game tonight. They take on Triton. The Blue Jays had a remarkable season, finishing at 8-1. Then they won in round one last week against South Newton, 74-6. What do you think happens in North Judson, Indiana tonight, Chris?
I think North Judson takes care of business again in round two against Triton.
We'll pause for our national anthem. Stay with us. All right. We were talking about the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays, Chris. I know you didn't get much to talk about, but they are heading against Taylor tonight like we talked about. I know you said you expect them to take care of business. Any other thoughts that you want to add on to that?
Yeah, they just have to be careful. They're taking on Triton, a team that was ranked in the top 10 earlier in the year in Class 1A. North Judson handled them pretty good in the regular season by 40. So, but again, Triton's one of those teams offensively. If they take care of the football, sustain drives, and keep that North Judson offense off the field. So North Judson's going to have to come out and take care of business tonight if they expect to advance.
The Knox Redskins stay home once again for round two sectional action. They are hosting West Noble tonight. After winning round one last week against Lakeland 65-28, what in your mind transpires in Knox, Indiana tonight, Chris?
I tell you what, after watching Knox last week, that's a team on a mission. The only thing I know about West Noble is comparative scores. I know West Noble beat Lakeland 7-6 in the regular season, so that's the only thing I can compare West Noble to. So I think Knox, as long as they take care of the football again tonight, it's going to come down to turnovers. I think Knox advances to the sectional championship.
Big, bold prediction. We hope that comes to fruition as the Knox Redskins would then move on into the sectional championship round like Chris mentioned. We check in with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR with the boss, Tony Ross and crew, as they are in Lakeville for LaVille's second round sectional matchup. That's with Andrean tonight. LaVille, of course, won round one against Whiting 51-6. What do you think plays out for the crew in Lakeville on Max 983?
I tell you what, that game's going to be a toss-up. But I believe LaVille is ranked like second or third in Class 2A, and Andran is like fourth or fifth in class. So I think John Harrell has LaVille as a 10-point favorite. But I tell you what, Andran, the schedule they play, gets them. Tell you what. They're going out to earn some respect tonight, and I like LaVille in a close one.
All right. All of that, though, sets us up for our WKVI Game of the Week. The South Central Satellites coming into tonight at 3-7, hope to extend their postseason one more week. They beat Bowman Academy 20-12 last Friday in round one. That is how they ended up here in round two. On the other hand, the Culver Cavaliers want to continue that dominating performance from last week over North Newton. They took it to them, scoring 50 points and only allowing 8. Tonight is win or go home. This is Indiana high school football. The on-field PA announcer tonight is Shane Lowry. The clock operator is Michael Skiles. The play clock operator tonight is Kyle Evans. Tonight's statistician is A.J. Neese. Our sideline reporter getting all the access down on the field tonight is KVB sports analyst Chris McGowan. The coin has been flipped. The team's captains have shaken hands. Who will be receiving first?
South Central won the toss and deferred, so Culver will get the ball to start this game.
Culver will be receiving first as we are set for round 2 of sectional football action here in Culver, Indiana. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac. We also appreciate them being our sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week, given every Saturday on the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana. We hope you join us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, running until 11. We will talk to all of our area coaches and catch up on what happens tonight. Boy, I am excited, Chris. This is a big-time matchup. A rematch of Week 2. What are your thoughts for both teams heading into tonight?
Well, this is usually a game that we do in the regular season during Week 2, but this year we followed Knox. But again, this has always been a fun game for us to broadcast. It's always been a physical game. It's always been a close game. So I look for nothing but the same here tonight.
So we're getting ready to kick off. The Satellites are getting ready to kick off. I'm sorry, I'm standing next to the PA guy. It's kind of hard to keep my thoughts straight, but we'll figure it out here. Number 85, Carter Holmquist, is set to kick this one away for the Satellites. And deep to return for the Cavs is number
12, Ryan Beam.
Ryan Beam, and sorry, I'm talking to him. Ryan Beam, and I didn't get the other fellow. Who was that, Chris?
Ethan Binion.
Ethan Binion, deep to return this one as the wind was blowing the ball from keeping – he wasn't able to kick off. So here we go. We are underway here in Culver, Indiana, as the Cavs are going to return this one. It looks like that's number 10 for the Cavs, Emiliano Ortiz, who gets it to the 50-yard line out of the 45-40, and he crosses into South Central territory. Huge return for the Cavs.
Yeah, good start there for Culver Cavaliers. Great return there by Emiliano Ortiz. Looked like he was trying to hit up the middle shoot there, but ended up bouncing to the outside. And South Central didn't keep contained, and so great starting field position all the way across the 50 down to about the 39-yard line of South Central.
So ball spotted on South Central's 39-yard line. Cadle takes the snap. He hands off. That's none other than number 34, Shane Schumann. Yeah, Shane Schumann on the carry. Oh, he's listed as number 40.
And he's black jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these black jerseys that Culver has, he's wearing 34 tonight. So,
yeah, so Shane Schumann.
That, adjustment on the program.
Thank you for that, Chris. That threw me for a loop. Yeah, number 34 is Shane Schumann tonight. He's normally listed as number 40 as Cadle takes the snap. He hands off. That's number 42, Ethan Binion, up the right side trying to get the first down before he's tackled. And there is a flag on
the play. Looks like an area of holding maybe, or blocking the back.
So we'll see what the official call is. So it is holding on the Cavs. That'll bring them back. Unfortunately, that was a good play by Ethan Binion, but all for nothing. Jason Cadle running back over to the huddle. Just got the call from the offensive coordinator, translating that to his teammates now into the huddle. So they'll trot out and ready to go here as it is 2nd and 13. Ball on the 42-yard line in satellite territory. Cadle takes the snap. It's Shane Schumann up the gut. He's going to get the first down and more. He gets it to the 20. Now to the 15, 10, 5. He's gone. It's a Culver Cavalier touchdown. Shane Schumann, another one to add to the resume. 6-0 here in Culver.
Yeah, just an inside zone play there, and Shane Schumann did a good job of making a guy miss in the hole, and then got north real quick, 42 yards out, and just like that, Culver's on the board, 6-0.
So a fast few plays. The penalty didn't matter much to the Cavs as they score off of it. And Satellites are going to have a big-time defensive stop here coming up, as it looks like the Cavs are going for two here, Chris. Cadle and shotgun. Schumann on his right hip, sets his man in motion. He takes a snap. That's number 42, who's trying to get into the end zone, and he does for the two-point conversion. That was number 42, Ethan Binion, the sophomore, for the touchdown, or the two-point conversion, rather.
Yeah, just a jet sweep there by the Culver Cavaliers. They ran that play earlier, but it got called back due to the hold. But, again, a good start for Culver here. See if they can keep this momentum going on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame. Shane Schumann, all-time leading rusher. You want the ball in his hands, and he made something happen there. Almost looked too easy for him, Chris.
Yeah, South Central defensively is going to have to make some adjustments here after that first drive for Culver. But again, it's still early, a lot of football left, 10:57 left in the first quarter, and South Central is going to have their first shot at offense.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Shane Schumann set to kick away for the Cavs. Deep to return for the Satellites. One of them is number 4, Aaron Hogan. We haven't seen him yet this season. Of course, he's been battling with injuries, as Shane Schumann is set to kick this one deep, and he does it. It's going to be returned by number 86. That's Kevin Higley, who crosses up the middle and about to the 37-yard line before he's brought down in Satellite territory.
It's a pretty good starting field position for the Satellites here offensively, and I'm looking forward to seeing the running back from injury there, Aaron Hogan, the 5'10", 160-pound junior, had a great week last week in South Central's win over Bowman Academy last week.
So it'll be the Satellites' first trip on offense here. Zach Canshar in shotgun. Looks like that's number 4, Aaron Hogan, on his right hip. Hanshar takes the snap. He gains off to Hogan, who dances around out to the right side, trying to make something happen. May have a yard or two on the carry before he's brought down by Ethan Binion. The Cavs are looking strong here on defense to start out.
Yeah, good play there by Ethan Binion, outside linebacker there, not letting that ball get to the outside and bringing Hogan down. I already like the shiftiness of Aaron Hogan there on the offensive side of the ball for South Central.
Well, where they've spotted the ball, he didn't gain anything. It's 2nd and 10 with 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The Cavs lead 8-0 as South Central is trying to make something happen here. Hanshar from shotgun takes the snap. He's looking to throw out to his left. Now he moves back over to his right. He's got Cavs all over him. He's going to have to throw this one away as the Cavs read that beautifully. Another good defensive play from Culver.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Satellite.
Oh, you get a little action down there on the sidelines, Chris. You got to touch the game ball, it looked like.
Yeah. Tell you what, that felt pretty good.
Yeah, I saw it. Slipped right off the hands like the old days, huh? All right. Zach Canshar from shotgun, ready to take the snap. He does. Here come the Cavs. They're after him. He throws it over the middle, over to the right side, and incomplete as the Cavs brought it all, beef and everything, as it'll be 4th down for the Satellites. They will have to punt this one away.
Yeah, I tell you what, Culver doing a good job there, being very aggressive defensively. Actually brought the outside linebacker from off the inside receiver and slid the safety over late. So they brought pressure there on 3rd and long.
So it looks like deep to return this one. It looks like Emiliano Ortiz deep to return and set to punt this one away. Flag on the play, and it's going to stop the play from happening. We'll see what the call is here.
False start.
And a false start on the Satellites. That'll move them back. Only helps the Cavs here as Ortiz will stay deep to return this one. Set to punt for the Satellites is Hayden Trutko, the senior, 6'2", 165 pounds. We saw him in Week 8. He's set to punt this one away on 4th and 15. Ball on the 31-yard line in Satellite territory. The snap, the hold, the punt is clean away. Almost was blocked, but he gets it deep all the way back to the 28-yard line in Cab territory. Here comes Ortiz. He's dancing around to the 35-yard line and tackled by number 50 of South Central, Cole Nealon.
I think if Emiliano Ortiz would have stayed to the right, I think he had a lot of green grass in front of him, but he looked to cut that back too soon. But, again, good starting field position for Culver. Got to like how they're feeling right now after putting an early touchdown on the board and then getting a 3-and-out on defense.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the players on both sides slip on the field. There might be some dew on the field out there that's creating that slippage. As Cadle takes the snap, he's running out to the right himself. He's got nothing but daylight as he's going to cross the 50-yard line. He gets the first down and more before he's tackled at about the 48-yard line in South Central territory. Huge first down run from Cadle.
Yeah, again, just a designed quarterback run there. South Central really playing to the strength, overloading the strong side of the formation. And Cadle then just took that snap and ran to the weak side. So, again, if South Central continues to get that look where they're really overplaying to the strong side of the formation, Culver's going to have a field day on the backside.
1st and 10, ball on the 49-yard line in Satellite territory. 9 minutes to go. It's 8-0. The Cavs lead, and they're knocking on the door. Cadle snaps, hands off to Shane Schumann, who can take a beating like none other. He gets easily 5 to 6 yards on the carry before he's tackled by number 21 of South Central, Tyler Carr.
Picks up 6 on the play. Officials wipe the ball.
Yeah, big first down run there, 6 yards. So Culver way ahead of the chains here on second down. And I tell you what, that opens up the entire playbook for the Cavaliers.
We have a score update. West Central is up 16-0, 7:20 to go in the second quarter. Thank you to Athletic Director Jeff Messer for sending that to me. As 2nd and 4, Jason Cadle takes the snap, hands off to Shane Schumann, who then hands off to number 42, Ethan Binion, who may have the first down here, Chris.
Yeah, they're going to get the first down, so the chains are moving, so the clock stops until the chains get set. But, yeah, just a wing-back counter there by Culver. And a big first down, so fresh set of downs here for the Cavs.
So the clock continues to roll as it's about 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The Cavs lead 8-0 over South Central. Again, this is a rematch of Week 2, a battle that went down to the wire, but the Cavs prevailed. And right now they are continuing that dominance as it is 1st and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. We just passed the 8-minute mark. Cadle takes the snap. He hands off to Shane Schumann, who slips a little bit, but he's brought down by number 50 of South Central, Cole Nealon, once again.
Yeah, there's with the air starting to get a little bit cooler, a dew forming on the grass. So the grass is a little bit wet. So these kids are going to have to definitely keep their center of gravity over their toes, that's for sure.
Cadle gets the call from his offensive coordinator, trots out and tells the team to play as they are set and ready at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 8. Takes the snap, hands off to Schumann up the middle, who's going to get the first down or close to it. If not, looks like he was brought down by number 50 again, Cole Nealon. Big-time play for him as it's going to be first. No, I think they might be looking at the spot of the ball here, Chris.
It's 3rd and 1.
Yeah,
so,
3rd and 1.
Big third down here for the big third down here for the South Central Satellites, but Culver is in 4-down territory.
This is a stop the Satellites need, but the Culver Cavs want to make happen as Cadle takes the snap and hands up to Schumann up the middle, who's going to get the first down and rumbles and tumbles his way forward. Huge first down for the Cavs.
Officials mark the ball at the South Central 40-yard line. Schumann picks up a Cavalier first down.
Again, South Central right now on their heels defensively. They need to figure something out here. It's this Culver Cavalier offense.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cavs here. Ball spotted on South Central's 21-yard line. 6:20 to go here in the first quarter. 8-0 the Cavs lead as Cadle takes the snap. He hands off to Schumann up the right side. It takes about 3 satellites, maybe 4, to bring him down, as that is someone that is hard to tackle, that's for sure, Chris.
Yeah, Applebacher there is the one that brought Schumann down. But, yeah, he goes about 230 pounds. He's got quick feet. He's nimble. And just a load to bring down, that's for sure.
So it'll be 2nd and 4. Ball spotted on the Satellites' 15-yard line. It's 8-0 here as the Cavs lead and hoping to score yet again as Jason Cadle's in shotgun, Schumann on his right hip. Cadle takes a snap. He's keeping him himself as he's using Shane Schumann as a shield, and he gets a few more yards. It looks like he may have the first down, and he does. They are going to move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal for the Cavs.
Yeah, 1st and goal from the 9-yard line with 5:25 left here in the first quarter. Culver already up 8-0, looking to add to that lead.
Well, this is exactly what head coach Mike Zahner talked about in the pregame show. Just do what we do as Cavs, and that is exactly what's happening here as Jason Cadle from shotgun takes the snap. He hands up to Shane Schumann, who's going to get into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Culver Cavaliers. It's Shane Schumann's 2nd of the night as the Cavs go up 14-0 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, just great execution there, 9 yards out from Shane Schumann, and he wasn't going to be denied once he got inside that 5-yard line. He carried 2 or 3 South Central Satellites into the end zone.
So it looks like the Cavs are going to go for 2 again here, Chris. Jason Cadle, the quarterback, in shotgun. Shane Schumann to his right. He takes the snap. He hands up to Schumann up the middle for the 2-point conversion, and he gets it. 16-0 here in Culver, Indiana, as the Culver Cavs lead the South Central Satellites of Union Mills. 2 scores from the Cavs early, Chris.
Yeah, this is the exact kind of start that your coach said you wanted for your Cavaliers. And, again, you can just feel the momentum really, really, really on this Cavalier sideline. And it's starting to build. So South Central needs to come back and answer here with a drive. Don't necessarily need to score, but you got to get a few first downs and try to flip this field position and try to get back into this game slowly but surely.
Well, if you look up at the scoreboard, the clock is stopped directly at 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. If you're a Culver Cavalier fan, this is exactly what you wanted to see. If you're a South Central Satellite fan, a tough start to the game. But you guys have been down this before, and if we know anything about the Satellites, Chris, these guys don't have any quit in them. It's going to be a battle all the way down to the wire. With this much time left in the game, I expect a response here from the Satellites, wouldn't you say, Chris?
I would. Right now, though, they need to make sure that this ball's kicked deep. I know when I was a head coach, if I scored early like this and was up 16-0 or up 2 scores early on, that third kickoff was always an onside kick.
So something to keep our eyes out for here as Shane Schumann kicks this one away. It's deep. And to return this one is number 18. That's Clayton Stroud for the Satellites as he takes a big hit but keeps rolling up to about the 34-yard line. As a big return for him, but a huge tackle for the Cavs as the Satellites will have a chance here on offense.
Yeah, again, wasn't able to do very much on offense for first possession. 3 and out. So, again, Culver doing a very good job defensively of mixing their coverage and keeping Hanchar kind of confused.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Satellites. Ball on their own 35-yard line. It's 16-0 here in Culver as the Cavs lead. Hanchar takes the snap. He's looking to throw immediately, but the pocket collapses as about 4 Cavs were all over him and brought him down. The sack is going to be credited to number 52 of Culver. That's Devin Burkett, the senior. Huge time tackle for him.
Yeah, again, Culver doing a great job dropping back into their zone and everybody hitting their spots. Nobody really open there for South Central, so Hanchar there looked to try to cut it up and get out of the pocket, but I tell you what, the Culver Cavaliers collapsed that pocket very well and did not allow him to get out into space.
Coming up on 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter, it's 16-0 as the Cavs lead. Zach Hanchar from shotgun takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Now he's got to move out of the pocket. He's sacked again. Big-time sack for the Cavs as it looks like that is number 52 again. Devin Burkett on the sack.
Yeah, right now, Zach Hanchar not having very much protection up front. But again, you know, you got to be able to, once you that third step, it's a 3-step drop, that ball's got to be out when that third foot hits the ground, when that third step's on the field. So, again, Culver doing a great job in coverage in the secondary, and South Central struggling here offensively early.
Hanchar from shotgun, 3rd and 17. He takes the snap. Hogan there to protect him. He throws over to his right side. His intended target was number 85, Carter Holmquist, but it goes sailing over his head as it's another 4th down for the Satellites. They'll have to punt away again.
Again, I'm very impressed with this Culver defense and what they're able to do in the secondary right now, and the pressure that the front four is putting on Zach Hanchar, not giving him much time to throw. You definitely tell that he's uncomfortable right now in the pocket.
Deep to return for the Cavs is Emiliano Ortiz, set to punt this one away is number 12, Hayden Trutko for the Satellites as Trutko punts this one deep. And Emiliano Ortiz is going to return this one from his own 40-yard line. He crosses over to the right sideline in front of Satellites as he gets to about the 50-yard line and crosses into Satellite territory. Yet again, Chris, the Cavs will start at the 48-yard line in Satellite territory.
Yeah, again, just a great return there by Emiliano Ortiz. And South Central right now is reeling here, both offensively and defensively. Culver come out and they are executing their game plan to perfection right now. So with 3:04 here left in the first quarter, it's 16-0, and Culver is on the move again.
Jason Cadle looking good tonight, as well as Shane Schumann. Cadle's going to stay in shotgun as Schumann's on his left hip. 1st and 10, takes the snap, he hands off to Schumann again, who rolls up to the right side. He may have 9 on that carry before he's tackled. Huge run from Shane Schumann.
Tackled by number 24, Brad Leszewski.
Have a score update. 24
I tell you what.
24-0 as West Central is leading here in the second quarter. They've scored yet again. It's 24-0. They're looking like they are inching closer to that sectional championship game, but we won't get ahead of ourselves just yet, Chris. As Jason Cadle's in shotgun, he takes the snap, and he hands off at the last second to Shane Schumann, who's going to get the first down and a couple of yards more. As another for moving the chains for the Cavs.
Picks up a Cavalier first down.
I tell you what, I'd like to put a step counter on Jason Cadle, because after every snap, he has to jog all the way over to the sideline and then jogs all the way back out on the field. Tell you what, I bet you he probably puts in maybe 6-7 miles in a game. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, I've noticed that. He has to run back and forth on the sideline. It would be interesting to see how many steps he gets. As it's 1st and 10, ball on the Satellites' 36-yard line. Jason Cadle takes the snap and flicks it to number, I can't see him, but he gets over to the 30-yard line, now crosses over to the 25. That's number 42 on the carry. That was Ethan Binion. Huge handoff play there.
It's going to be coming back, though. There's a penalty flag on the play, so see what the call is here. Another holding call against the Cavaliers. So that big run there by Binion will be coming back.
So all for nothing. You hate to see it. Seems like we've had that happen quite a lot this season, Chris, where it's always on a play that happens. It's a big-time play, as it looks like there may be a timeout on the field here.
Timeout.
Yeah, South Central's calling a timeout.
Well, today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winamac, serving Pulaski County for 43 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. Well, Chris, as we are counting down the end of the first quarter so far, your coach mind, what have you seen out of both of these teams you're surprised about?
Right now, South Central's having a hard time adjusting to the physicality of this Culver Cavaliers front, both offensively and defensively. Culver's yet to run a play for a negative yardage, so South Central is getting caught catching right now on the defensive side of the ball. And on the offensive side of the ball, again, I'm very impressed with this Culver Cavalier defensive unit and what they've been able to do in disguising their coverages to keep the satellite offense from gaining any traction.
Well, we'll see what happens here as Jason Cadle will be 1st and 10. Ball on the Satellites 36. Cadle takes the snap. Oh, there's a fumble on the play off the handoff. It's going to be a fight for the ball. We'll see who comes up with it, as both a Satellite and a Cav are reaching for the ball at the same time. We'll see what the officials are going to call it, and it'll be second down. The Cavs contain. Yeah, that was a close one, Chris.
And just like that, put the old hex on them, haven't had a negative play rushing the ball and a fumble there. Simultaneous possession that goes to the offense. So Culver here going to try to come up with a play here on 2nd and 22 from their own 47.
1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Cadle takes the snap, 2nd and 22. He rolls out to his right. He fires over the middle. He's got his man, and then it was dropped and recovered by the Satellites. I don't know if they're going to count it as a completion or an uncompleted pass here. We'll find out.
And the Whitecap had a good view of it, and he was as soon as that ball came loose, he was doing the incomplete pass signal. So again, just bobbling the ball the whole way there, but a good hit there by the Satellite defense. I didn't see who actually put the hit on the Culver Cavaliers. Did a good job of separating the ball from the body.
Yeah, huge play from the Satellites there as it's 3rd and 21 here for the Cavs. Big time play for both teams. It's 30 seconds to go. Cadle takes the snap, and there's flags immediately on the play. We'll see what the call is. False start on the offense, Chris.
The false start.
Wow. Well, that does not help the Cavs at all as that moves them back into their own territory. It crosses the 50-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 26 with under a minute to go here in the first quarter as the Cavs lead 16-0. This would be a big stop for the Satellites to end the first quarter here. Jason Cadle, the lone setback to shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to run it himself up the middle, and he's tackled at about the 47-yard line as the clock continues to roll. That's 4th down for the Cavs.
And so, yeah, right there, South Central taking advantage of the fumble and the penalties to get a stop defensively. So right now, South Central starting to get some of that momentum switched back to their side.
Cavs set to punt this one away. It's Ethan Binion. He punts it deep into Satellite territory. Aaron Hogan is not going to touch this. He's going to let the ball land where it may. And number 12, Ryan Beam for the Cavs, touches it at about the 10-yard line in Satellite territory, where the Satellites take over an offense with 14.8 seconds to go in the first.
Score update in the second quarter. Andrain and LaVille knotted up at 0-0, so a defensive battle in Lakeville tonight.
You can catch that game on our sister station, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR, with Tony the Boss with the boss, Tony Ross and crew. That's on Max 98.3 FM. Flip back and forth to keep up in this area's sports action. It's a lot going on as the Satellites are going to take the snap. That's Zach Hanchar, who hands off to Aaron Hogan, who's going to have the biggest run of the evening as there's a flag on the play. He gets the first down and more. We'll see what the flag is here.
Holding on the Satellites.
Holding against the Satellites.
So that'll put him back. Unfortunate, because that was a huge running play from Hogan. He didn't get much time this season, had that injury he was dealing with. But when he gets the ball, he is dangerous for these Satellites.
At the South Central 12-yard line.
Yeah, it was actually in week 2 that he got hurt against the Culver Cavaliers. So they got him back last week in that big win against Bowman Academy, and we're going to get to a quarter break here.
So that'll be the end of the first quarter, 16-0 as the Cavs lead the South Central Satellites here in round 2 of sectionals. A big-time first quarter for the Culver Cavaliers. A lot to talk about if you're a South Central Satellite, as there is much that needs to be done on offense for them. They need to score here.
We're going to do a better job of protecting the quarterback right now up front. This defensive front unit for Culver is not giving Hanchar very much time to throw. So, again, you're going to have to show up the protection.
So both teams will flip sides as it's the start of the second quarter. We thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. So the Satellites will be first. It'll be second down, won't it, Chris?
Yeah, it should be second.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here.
No, it's first down.
Is it first down still?
Because you got the first down on the play, but it's 10-yard walk off from the spot of the foul. So first and 8.
All right, first and 8. Ball on their own 12-yard line. Fresh clock as the second quarter will be underway. Zach Hanchar from shotgun takes the snap. He hands off to Aaron Hogan, number 4, up the left side. Now he cuts back over to the middle, but he's met by 2 Cavs and goes nowhere. I don't even know if he gained a yard, Chris.
No, just Culver doing a good job of stringing that out. So be second and 8 here for no gain there for Satellites. And again, this front four for Culver doing a tremendous job of not allowing South Central to get any momentum built offensively.
So Zach Hanchar will set up in shotgun with Aaron Hogan on his left hip. Second and 8, ball on the 12-yard line. Hanchar takes the snap. He's got a roll out to his right. He fires and throws the ball away immediately as he had a Cavalier charging after him.
I tell you what, Culver being very aggressive defensively. They are bringing a blitz every time South Central goes empty.
So it'll be third and 8. Ball on the 12, their own 12-yard line, as they have the call and relaying that to his teammates. Zach Hanchar breaks the huddle. Looks like Aaron Hogan out to his right. Hanchar takes the snap on third down, rolls out to his left. He fires, and it's incomplete. His intended target was number 18, Clayton Stroud, but unfortunate play there. And it'll be a fourth down, another fourth down for the Satellites here, as they will have to punt this one away deep in their own end zone, Chris.
Yeah, and the last time, or the first time they punted, Culver about blocked it. So right now, if you're South Central, you got to shore up the protection here and allow this punt to get away.
So deep to punt are the Satellites, as he had the snap as a mishandle. Now he's got to run it himself. He's going up to the right side. He still gets the punt off somehow. Unbelievable, as it bounces at about the 45-yard line and rolls on in to Cavalier territory at the 48-yard line. How did he get that away in front of you, Chris?
I tell you what, yeah, Hayden Trutko there for the Satellites did a great job of keeping his composure. And he was on a dead sprint and was able to still get that ball kicked. So a tremendous athleticism shown there by Hayden Trutko to get that ball away.
Yeah, unbelievable. And he had the presence of mind to remember where the line of scrimmage was to where he could get that kick off. Very smart play by Trutko, as it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cavs in their own territory. Boy, the Satellites are lucky. It could have been deep in the wrong part of the field for them. As Cadle takes the snap and hands off up the middle. That looks like it's Shane Schumann who's still on his feet, and they get the push they need from the O-line. Darn near a 9-yard gain, maybe the first down even, Chris.
That can be just short of the first down marker there, but just again, right there, great show of strength by Shane Schumann, not going down on the first contact, carrying the entire pile there for about 5 yards.
So it'll be 2nd and 1 yard, ball on Satellite's 43-yard line with 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Jason Cadle from shotgun takes the snap. That's Shane Schumann who gets the handoff yet again up the middle. He's going to get the first down and more.
Picks up a Cavalier first down. Officials spot the ball at the South Central.
Yeah, it's kind of like a zone read option there by Cadle. That mesh is taking a long time, and he decides to give it. So, again, I'm looking for maybe here eventually him to pull that ball and keep it to the outside.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line in Satellite territory. The Cavs lead 16-0 over the South Central Satellites of Union Mills. Cadle takes the snap. He hands off over to the right side. That looks like it's number 42, Ethan Binion, who may have a yard or two before he's tackled by a Satellite.
Again, just a jet sweep there, and Ethan Binion doing a good job of getting to the outside and picked up about 6 or 7 on that carry.
Yeah, that weird angle from me up here. My apologies. I appreciate you saying that, Chris. Took me for a surprise as well. Cadle takes the snap on 2nd and 3. He keeps it himself. He rolls up to the right side. He may have the first down before he's tackled at about the 27-yard line. Looks like that was number 50 on the play, Cole Nealon. We are going to call his name out a lot tonight, it sounds like, Chris.
Yeah, doing a good job from his linebacker position. Again, that was just a design quarterback sweep there. And Culver, again, on the move here, 1st and 10 from the South Central 27-yard line with 8:45 left to go in the first half.
So a fresh set of downs for the Cavaliers as Jason Cadle relays the message to his teammates and breaks the huddle. Shane Schumann on his right hip. Cadle sets his man in motion, takes the snap to Ethan Binion. The handoff was to Binion, and he was immediately tackled by number 57, Tyler Arciniga. Huge tackle from the senior for the Satellites.
Arciniga, thank you. Always nice to have a few region fans sitting right in front of you.
At the end of the first quarter over Community Field in Knox, it's Knox 0, West Noble 0.
Say that again, Chris. I barely heard you. What'd you say? Oh, flag on the play.
At the end of the first quarter over Community Field, Knox 0, West Noble 0.
Wow, so a tightly contested game in Knox. As there were flags on the play, it was offsides on the Satellites. That moves the ball forward into Satellite territory. Good for the Culver Cavs as it's 2nd and 6. Ball on the Satellites' 23-yard line. Under 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Cadle takes the snap. He's running up the right side himself. He's got a lot of room as he is going to score. Big-time touchdown. Jason Cadle. Cavaliers up 22-0 here over the South Central Satellites.
Yeah, just great execution again by the Culver Cavaliers. And South Central right now, both offensively and defensively, has no answers for the Cavaliers.
To represent our Culver Community Cavaliers.
So another big-time score for the Cavs as they are rolling right along here tonight, showing what they've learned throughout the season since that Week 2 matchup against the Satellites. As they are going for two, it's Jason Cadle who takes the snap and hands off to Shane Schumann up the middle. He gets the two-point conversion. 24-0 here at Culver Community.
It's your Cavaliers 24, South Central 0.
Well, a lot has transpired this evening, Chris. Huge touchdown from them. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, again, great execution by Culver. And really, the only time they've been stopped offensively, they stopped themselves, had the fumble, and the penalty on the same possession. So, again, Culver's the only Culver here tonight so far in this first half.
It has been all Culver indeed. As today's sports broadcast is brought to you by Dairy Queen of Winamac. We thank them for being part of the community and supporting local high school sports. Also, Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair or semi and RV repairs, contact Mark at 574-772-7003.
Set to kick for the Cavaliers is Schumann.
Well, I want to give a big shout out to Ed Hasnell, who's tuning in at Knox right now. We appreciate you hearing us loud and clear, Ed. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. We also have a score update from West Central. They are up 32-0. Looks like that's the end of the first half. So West Central looking good. As here in Culver, we are set to go as the kick is up and away. It bounces to Clayton Stroud at the 20-yard line, and he returns it to about the 30 before he's tackled by a Cavalier on the play.
Hayden Parker and number 20, Darren Carrington.
All right, so now it's imperative that South Central comes away with some points on this drive. Or you're looking at the way Culver's moving the ball offensively. It's going to be a long night for South Central. So if they plan to get back into this game, it's imperative they come away with some points on this drive.
I totally agree, Chris. The Satellites have got to score here with 7:30 to go here in the second quarter. This is a huge time possession for them, a big-time drive. As Hanshar takes the snap from shotgun, he's looking to throw out to his right side, and he throws it away. As it'll be second down for them.
Bring up a second down play.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 10 here for the Satellites. Again, South Central running a flood combination. And Hanchard did not like what he saw, so he threw that ball way out of bounds.
2nd and 10. Zach Hanshar from shotgun. He takes the snap. He's looking to throw out to his right side. He fires and way over the head of his intended target, number 85, Carter Holmquist.
Carter Holmquist. Third down play. 3rd and 10 for the Satellites.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Satellites. This is not what they wanted to have happen, that's for sure. Third and 10 for the Satellites. Ball on their own 31-yard line. It's 7:23 to go. Hanchar takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Fires over the middle. He's got his man open, and he's going to get the first down and more. The completed reception was to number 86 of South Central, Kevin Higley, the junior, 5'11". Big-time reception for him as they move the chains.
Schumann on the tackle.
First and 10 for the Satellites. Hanchar takes the snap from shotgun. He's got to roll out to his right and throw it away immediately. He had a couple of Cavs after him as he comes up hobbled on that play.
Yeah, you're looking for Hogan there out on the right sideline, but again, just threw it out of bounds there. So 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line.
So 2nd and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line in satellite territory. Hanchar takes the snap. He hands off to Aaron Hogan up the middle. Now he cuts over to the right side. Got a little bit of juice here from the satellites as he gains maybe 5 or 6 on the carry. It'll be 3rd down with the clock continuing to roll. 6:30 to go here in the first half.
3rd down play for the Satellites.
Another big 3rd down play here for the Satellites from 4.
3rd and 4. Much needed play here for the Satellites as Hanchar hands off to Hogan up the right side, and a flag on the play late.
Flag on the play.
It doesn't look like he's going to get the first down at all, but we'll see what the flag in fact is here.
I think it might have been a face mask, but Hogan is not getting up right now.
So we'll see what the call is here in just a moment. Appreciate you staying with us. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We're figuring that out right now back at KVB headquarters. We appreciate Marilla Schaefer as they are attending to an injured player out there on the field right now. We don't have a number exactly quite yet. It looks like head coach Buzz Schoaf is there in front of his player. It is Aaron Hogan, in fact. As he hits the ground with his hands, he's very upset. We hope he's able to finish this game, and he throws his helmet on the ground. It might be a serious injury. We may not be able to see him the rest of the night as he is a huge-time player for these South Central Satellites. A huge, unfortunate mishap there, as that is not anything you want to see.
1st and 10 from the Cavalier 34-yard line.
So we will return to action, it looks like. Six minutes to go here in the first half. 24-0 as the Cavs lead. Zach Hanchar, the quarterback for the South Central Satellites, set to take this one from shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw immediately. Now he's got to run himself out to the right side. He's hoping to gain some yardage. He may have the first down along the right sideline. Huge run from South Central there.
Picks up 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, picked up 9 yards on that scramble. So South Central getting a little momentum here offensively.
25-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Whereas Michael has his first and 10.
Hanchar takes a snap of 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw out to his left side. He fires, and it's overthrown. His intended target was number 86, Kevin Higley. That is no good. It'll be 3rd and 1.
There, about the first time tonight where Hanchar's actually had some time to throw. Just overshot his receiver. So 3rd and 1 here. And I think if you're South Central, you're definitely 4 down territory.
So a much-needed 3rd down here for the South Central Satellites. Hanshar from shotgun takes the snap. He hands off up the middle. That's Clayton Stroud, who is close to getting the first down. We'll see what the official call is. And it is going to be 4th down. They do not get the first down there. So 4th and 1 here. We'll see what the Satellites do.
For the Satellites.
All right, takes the snap, hands off to Stroud, and he is not going to get the first down at all. The Cavs read the play beautifully. A turnover on downs. But hold on, there's a flag on the play. We will find out what that call, in fact, will be.
The back judge called it, so.
Interesting here. Well, we'll see what the official call is. Looks like the officials are going over together everything. So it looks like it will be on the Satellites, a personal foul here.
Personal foul on the Satellites. The Cavaliers will take over on downs.
So, turnover on down for the Cavs there, Chris.
15 yards. They will mark the ball.
Yeah, big stop there on 4th down, and I tell you what, Culver could really put this game out of reach here with a touchdown or a score on this possession.
So yeah,
Stay
turnover.
tuned for more in-game action with.
So yeah, turnover on downs as the Cavs will be in control of this one here. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Cadle takes the snap. He hands off. That's number 42 for the Cavs, Ethan Binion, who breaks away. He gets to the 20-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Huge run from Ethan Binion.
Yeah, just a heavy dose of Shane Schumann up the middle and Ethan Binion to the right side. Right now, South Central, again, I've said it, I sounded like a broken record. They're not having any answers or any luck slowing down this Culver offense.
I think we've taken care of our echo issue there, Chris. Are you having any more issues on your sideline?
No, I'm good right now. Sounds perfect now.
Excellent. Thank you to Marilla Schaefer back at KVB headquarters for resetting that. We so appreciate her hard work. She has done a fantastic job this season. As the Cavs are going to take the snap on 1st and 10, it's Jason Cadle who's going to run it himself up the right side, maybe get to the 11-yard line before he's brought down by number 76, Braden Lautenbach, the sophomore. Pretty tall for a sophomore at 6'3", 215 pounds. Big-time tackle for the big man.
Officials mark the ball at the South Central 10-yard line. Brings up a 2nd down play, 2nd and 1 for the Cavaliers.
So 2nd and 1, 4 minutes to go here in the first half, 24-0 as the Cavs lead and knocking on the door. Jason Cadle takes the snap. He's running it himself up the right side. He reaches, and he's going to score. No! He is tackled short. The official called him short at the 1-yard line. If that boy from here in the booth, he looked like he had it as he stretched out. Boy, he was vertical to the ground. It looked good to me, Chris. He was shaking his head after that call.
From the South Central 1-yard.
Yeah, like he just stepped out of bounds there as he went to take flight and dive into the end zone. So marked out of bounds at about the 1.5-yard line.
Yeah, 1st and goal for the Cavs as Cadle takes the snap. He keeps it himself and runs up the middle. Touchdown! Culver Cavaliers. Jason Cadle adds 1 to the resume as the Cavs just can't stop scoring. It's 30-0 here in Culver.
I have a score update from Liberty Field in North Judson in the 2nd quarter. North Judson 6, Triton 6.
Cavaliers on for the 2-point conversion.
We also have a halftime update from Knox. Knox is up against West Noble 8-0 at the halftime. As here in Culver, the two-point conversion attempt by the Cavs is good as Jason Cadle runs it right up the gut. Two-point conversion is complete, 32-0 here in Culver. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think South Central saw this playing out the way it's playing out here in the first half. Again, give Culver all the credit in the world, though. They've come out and they've executed their game plan offensively and defensively to perfection, and they put themselves in a pretty good position right now to be playing next week for a sectional championship.
Yeah, things are looking good right now in Cavs country. If you're a South Central Satellite fan, things are looking a little tough right now. It's going to be a lot to climb back from, but hey, I've seen it happen before. There's plenty of time. We have a whole second half to go, 3:43 to go here in the first half. If South Central can put together a drive here, Chris, I'd say that's a good start to the second half, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it would be. It'd be a good start and, come away with some points there on this drive, and then they get the ball to start the second half, like you said, to be able to maybe put together another drive and come away with some points. But right now, they have no answers defensively for this Culver offense.
So set to kick this one is Shane Schumann. As the kick is up and away from Shane Schumann, deep to return this one. I didn't catch the number. That's number 18, Clayton Stroud, who returns it up the Cavs sideline to about the 30-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Not a bad return for the Satellites. They will have 3:38 to work with here, ending the first half.
First and 10.
So first and 10. Ball on their own 30-yard line. The South Central Satellites of Union Mills hoping to make something happen here on this drive against Culver Community. The Cavs have dominated the first half 32-0 as the Satellites need something here to keep the hope alive. Tonight is win or go home. It is round 2 of Sectional 41 of the 2022 Indiana High School football season. It is a huge game here tonight in Culver. Zach Canshar for the Satellites from shotgun at first and 10. Ball on his own 30. He takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Fires over the middle. And incomplete. His intended target was number 85, Carter Holmquist. It looks like Aaron Hogan is not back in the game, Chris. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Schoaf says anything to you at the halftime break.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there. I think on the face mask penalty, I think he actually may have hit his head on the ground, so we might be looking at a concussion possibly.
Oh, jeez.
Don't want to say that for sure,
yeah.
but again, just one of those deals that you play the game of football, you're going to hit your head on the ground, and stuff like that happens.
Yeah, concussion protocol is it's a tricky subject. You got to keep the players safe out there. You understand, though, as a player, you just want to play. And when you're told you can't play due to concussion protocol injuries, it's kind of hard to swallow, to take that pill. But it's for the safety, for the future of the player. As we know from history, CTE is a very serious thing when it comes to football players, and it's a violent sport. And we've got to put the safety of the players first. Even though Aaron Hogan probably hates hearing that, he gave his heart and soul onto the field tonight. He had several good runs, one of which, unfortunately, was brought back due to a penalty. But he showed why he is one of the leading rushers on that Satellite team just in the few snaps he got, Chris. It's upsetting, but we'll keep an eye on what happens there with Aaron Hogan, as there was a timeout called. Both teams talking things over here. Heading into the end of the second quarter, it is 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go here in the first half, Chris. as it will be 2nd and 10, ball on their own 30-yard line. Zach Hanshar and his satellites look to make something happen here as he's in shotgun. It looks like that's Angelo Stolf to his left as he takes the snap from shotgun. Flags on the play. He fires over to the right side, and he's got his man, Clayton Stroud, right in front of the team of South Central's sideline. But the flag on the play, we'll see what it's called.
Going to be bringing it back. It's going to be holding on South Central. And again, Culver being very aggressive, bringing the outside linebacker on the blitz. And South Central's not sliding the protection to the trip side of the formation, to the strong side of the formation. And Culver is having a field day right now with putting pressure with that from that outside linebacker position.
Well, it was a wonderful throw and catch, all for nothing, as this will back them way deep into their own territory. Ball spotted at about the 17-yard line. That's unfortunate, as the Satellites have had maybe 2 to 3 calls now where the penalties have brought them back after getting such a big-time play. That's hard to swallow, as it'll be 2nd and 13. Ball spotted on their own 17-yard line. Cavaliers lead 32-0. Hanshar from shotgun, ready to go. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's got a Cavalier after him. He throws over to the left sideline. It's going to be intercepted. That's Emiliano Ortiz, who brings it back up to about the 20, the 15. Cuts back over to the left. Now to the 10. Flags on the play. The 5. He's still running. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Emiliano Ortiz with a huge interception, pick 6, but the flags on the play may tell a different story. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, just a block in the back there on the return, which sprung Emiliano Ortiz into the end zone. So be a change of possession foul, so Culver will keep possession and be in business here offensively.
Wow.
And yeah, just a great play there by Emiliano Ortiz, stepping in front of that and picking that off.
Well, it looks like it's illegal block in the back on Culver, so that'll bring it back. Boy. And you can see Emiliano Ortiz on the sidelines, just can't believe it. He had a big pick 6 that went for nothing, as that block in the back takes it away. That is unfortunate right there.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part.
There you go. Yeah, sometimes that happens, Marilla, when the button bar goes off like that. Just go ahead and turn the production pot off, and then you can reset it that way. We appreciate you doing what you can, as computers have their tricky ways of making things happen. We so appreciate you joining us here on K99.3 WKVI, streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. I am Mitch Columby. Along with me is sports analyst Chris McGowan. Marilla Schaefer is back at KVB headquarters, making sure we are broadcasting out to you live. We are so glad to be here for you as the tradition continues. 32-0 with 3:10 to go here in the first half. I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
Oh, that's all right. I was just saying she's definitely earning her money tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, they are definitely earning their money tonight, and head coach Mike Zahner said that in the Coca-Cola pregame show, the Coach's Corner. He said he doesn't know where you could get a better entertainment for the price in this area, and that, he said, just for the matter of fact, even if you're in Knox or North Judson to head to the game, any of the games in this area, he was saying, we're going to be one to watch, and it's shaping up to be. He was correct. As we are set for action here back at Culver, 1st and 10. Cadle takes the snap. He throws out to the right side to number 12, who catches it. Touchdown! Big, huge touchdown. Number 12, Ryan Beam, the junior. Cavs score again, 38-0 with 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
And again, just like that, 38-0 here. Just a beautiful ball there by Cadle. And Culver making South Central pay for that turnover.
Well, we invite you to stick around for our standard heating, plumbing, and halftime show. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. My apologies. As we'll have a chance to talk with Culver High School principal Brett Barrett, as the two-point conversion from Culver again is good. The handoff to Shane Schumann up the left sideline, and they score again. 40-0, as we will have a running clock, won't we, Chris?
Yeah, well, in the second half, the running clock doesn't hit until the second half. So once that second half starts, it will be a running clock.
Well, today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Culver Portside Marina. They can make sure your boat is ready for the winter. If you need help storing or winterizing your watercraft, call Glenn Bailey at 574-842-5000. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. It's been all Cavs here in Culver, 40-0. I didn't quite see it going down like this, Chris, to be honest with you.
I tell you what, you never know how much a team's going to improve from week 2, and I tell you, this Culver team playing really well right now.
Well, they scored 50 points last week, only allowed 8, and so far it is looking like they are having a repeat performance in round 2 of sectionals again. Shane Schumann is set to kick this one away deep to return for the South Central Satellites. One of them is Clayton Strow, and that is who is going to return this from about the 15-yard line. He crosses the 30, now to the 35 as there's a flag on the play, and he's tackled at about the 36. We'll find out what the flag is, in fact, here in just a few moments.
Yeah, we got a holding call.
So the flags are flying here as of late in Culver. And it'll be against the Satellites. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty on top of where they returned it. So that's unfortunate for the Satellites with 3 minutes to go here in the first half. You don't want to get caught here, Chris. Boy, if they go 3 and out here, the Cavs could get the ball back in a really good territory.
20.
Yeah, again, you got to be careful for South Central. You don't want to turn the ball over again. You just want to try to run out this 2:56 and get to halftime and try to make some adjustments.
Boy, a lot is happening right now.
At halftime at Liberty Field, it's Triton 6, North Judson 6.
Wow, tightly contested game there as Zach Hanchar hands up the middle. He doesn't get much as it'll be 2nd and 10. He didn't get anything at all. The clock continues to run past 2:45 here in the first half. At halftime on Max 98.3, it is 0-0 as LaVille. I did not see that being a tie ball game at half, Chris.
Yeah, two good teams like that, two great defenses. I'm not shocked if that game doesn't end up a 3-0 or a 10-7 type of score.
So it'll be 2nd and 10, ball on their own 27-yard line. Hanchar takes the snap. He's rolling out to his right. He's got a Cavalier all over him. He's still running. He throws and gets rid of the ball just in time. That was number 50, Ben Lee, the senior Cavalier, coming after him full head of steam.
Showing his athleticism there, chasing down Hanchar, who's a shifty mobile quarterback, and Ben Lee doing a great job of applying that pressure there for Culver.
So 40-0, 2 minutes to go, right on the dot at 2 minutes here in the first half as the South Central Satellites get the call and break the huddle. It looks like this is Clayton Stroud to take the snap for the Satellites as he does. No, that's Zach Hanchar. My apologies. He fires over to the right side. He has his man, but it's only a yard or two on the gain. That was Kevin Higley on the reception. As it'll be fourth
and about 19 for the Satellites.
4th down already. And this is exactly what we talked about a few moments ago. This is not where you want to be, punting away deep in your own territory and giving the Cavs the ball back with minute 30 to go. Of course, it is a running clock, so we'll see what the Cavs decide to do here to end the first half as Satellites will be set to punt this one away. The punt is up and clean. Emiliano Ortiz will return this one from his own 45-yard line as he crosses the 50, now to the 40, now to the 35-30, and he's tackled big time by a Satellite. That was Kevin Higley on the tackle as Ortiz returns it to about the 29-yard line with a minute 6 to go. There's plenty of time for them, Chris.
Yeah, short field, minute 6 to go. I think they still have 2 timeouts left, so be interesting to see how Coach Zahner handles this situation.
So 1st and 10 for the Cavs. Ball on Satellite's 28-yard line with a minute to go. They lead 40-0 in a runaway game here the first half. It's been all Cavs as Jason Cadle from shotgun. Shane Schumann on his right hip. He takes the snap. He hands off to Schumann up the left side, who's still rolling around. He spins, breaks a tackle, and he's taken down at about the 23, 24-yard line as the clock continues to run. Under a minute to go. It's spotted 2nd and 6 on Satellites 24.
23-yard line.
And it looks like Culver here, obviously they have to run another, snap the ball one more play, but it looks like gonna maybe call off the dogs here before halftime.
I'd say that's exactly what they're going to do here as it's under 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Cadle takes the snap. He throws it, and it's completed to number 5 on the play, Oliver Morgan, who gets to about the 11-yard line, maybe right there in front of you, Chris.
Yeah, going to be knocked out about 13-yard line. Did a good job of hauling that ball in great concentration because he actually juggled it as he was being tackled to the ground, but was able to secure it before he got knocked out of bounds. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 13 with 19.8 seconds left to go before halftime.
All right. Cadle takes the snap. He hands off to Shane Schumann. No, it's over to Ethan Binion on the right side. They even faked me out. Another touchdown for the Cavaliers. Number 42, Ethan Binion, the sophomore. As they score again, it's 46-0 here in Culver.
Yeah, just a wing-back counter there, a double handoff. Handed it off to Schumann, who handed it off to Binion, coming back to the right side. And, right before the snap of the ball, I heard one of the Culver coaches just screaming big down blocks. So I kind of figured something was coming back this way, and that's exactly what happened.
So they're going to go for 2 as they have thus far throughout the first half. It's Jason Cadle and shotgun Shane Schumann on his right hip. Cadle takes the snap. He keeps it himself. He runs up the middle, and he is going to get that 2-point conversion easily. 48-0. 15 seconds to go here in the first half as the South Central Satellites are scoreless. It has been all Cavs. Yeah, it has been all Cavs, Chris. Unbelievable. We'll see if head coach Mike Zahner will be able to get with you at the halftime break and chat things out with us and see how that first half went. According to the head coach, as far as I'm concerned, he's got to be happy with his Cavaliers, Chris.
I would think so. Almost a perfect half of football, just a couple of penalties and a fumble, but again, couldn't ask for a better start for Culver, that's for sure.
Well, scoring 48 points in a half is hard to do, and unbelievable. This has been all Culver. I didn't quite see it going down like this. Of course, when they faced off earlier in the year, it was 32-16 was the final of that Week 2 matchup. And so far right now, it's looking like a completely different ball game than that Week 2 game we had anticipated for. As Shane Schumann is set to kick this one away, and he does, it's going to be returned by, that's Clayton Stroud, about the 14, 15-yard line, and he cuts back over to the left side. That's in front of the Cavs sideline as he gets knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line by number 54. That was Gabe Jackson on the tackle. .2 seconds is what's on the clock. I'm guessing the Satellites will probably need this here, Chris.
I would think so, but you never know. Take a shot here. Maybe one more pass play, maybe a hook and ladder, something like that. Some kind of trickeration to try to get one on the board here before halftime.
Yeah, a little trickeration. Shout out to Nathan Welter. As Hanshar's in shotgun, he takes a snap. They are going to make a play of it. He throws it over the middle, and it's tipped up in the air by a Cavalier player, and that stops the clock at 2.8 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, it was Shane Schumann there, was able to get his big paw on the ball there and tip that up in the air. And tell you what, if he was able to knock that up a little bit higher, Culver had a chance at another pick, another interception there in the secondary.
I almost thought that was going to happen there, Chris. But they get lucky. And with the last 2 seconds here, what do you suppose they're going to do?
I think they're going to probably take another shot down the field here.
Well, might as well. Zach Hanshar from shotgun. He takes the snap, steps back. He looks to throw, fires deep down the right side, and it's incomplete, as that will be the end of the first half. 48-0. The Culver Cavaliers lead the South Central Satellites here at Cavalier Field. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to take a break as the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show is coming up shortly, but let's go down to the sideline with our sports analyst, Chris McGowan, with head coach Mike Zahner. Chris.
Hi, Coach. Hey, I tell you what, that's almost a near perfect half there. Other than the fumble and a couple of penalties, you guys come out and just took care of business there in that first half. That's good. We needed to do that. These guys play us tough. Week 2 was definitely a close game, and we felt like we've improved a lot. We got a little bit different personnel than what we had week 2, and kids came out and executed like we talked about before in pregame, and it was definitely a big half for us. We don't get those halves very often, but kids played well. They were excited. They're excited to the opportunity to win this game and get to the next week. So, all right, Coach, good job that first half, and let's get into the locker room and talk to your kids. Good job.
All right, that's sports analyst Chris McGowan down on the sidelines with head coach Mike Zahner of the Culver Cavaliers. Very happy with his Cavs, 48-0 to end the first half. We look out onto the field and see an injured Satellite. We'll try to get a report on that as head coach Buzz Schoaf is out there attending to his player. Looks like the training staff is looking at him as well. But we are going to take a break as the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show is next. Stick around, though. High school principal Brett Barrett is here to talk with us. We're going to have a chance to catch up with everything Cavs sports here shortly. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Stingo Express.
Rick Reb, 5-star in the Knox Mall. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you,
Hey,
Tony
Chris,
Ross,
you might as well keep your headset on so you can ask him some questions, too, if you want. He'll hear you.
For Chuck Rose, $2.99 a pound. Our family Purifier Spring Water 24-pack, half-liter bottles, 3 for $9.88. Prairie Farms 1%, 2% are skim milk. The price just goes on. It's a gallon jug, and it's only $3.99. Where's that 5-star?
In the Knox Mall.
Welcome to Marion University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marion University. Marion's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marion University is ranked 3rd most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News and World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marion.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marion.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show on K99.3 FM. Here's Mitch Columbi.
Welcome back to Cavalier Field here in Culver, Indiana, as it's been all Cavs so far the first half, 48-0 over the South Central Satellites, as we bring in principal of Culver Community High School, Brett Barrett. Of course, you all know him, but we appreciate any time he has a chance to stop by and say hello. It's a little cold out here, isn't it, Brett?
A little different from earlier in the week, that is for sure. But we obviously appreciate you guys coming in and doing this game. And I believe you guys did our last South Central Culver game. I thought maybe you guys did.
Well, we were going to do that game, but we actually ended up at Knox that week. But when we saw South Central on the schedule against Culver for round 2 sectionals, we said this is our chance to get that game in. And
you guys are the good luck charm then. For us.
Maybe we are. You know, and Chris would have more to talk about that.
30 years experience.
Thanks, Merrill. I appreciate that. Chris will have more to talk about that, as he's done more of the South Central Culver games, and I'm sure he'll agree that Buzz Schoaf, head coach of the South Central Satellites, and then also head coach of the Culver Cavaliers, Mike Zahner, says whenever these two teams meet up, it's a fantastic game to watch. But, boy, what's going on tonight? Your Cavs are really, really taking it to the Satellites tonight.
Yeah, a great, fantastic night so far, and a good, obviously, first half for the Culver Cavaliers. And you said it, every time we play South Central, it's a battle. You know, we go years back, and it's been that way. Talking to Superintendent Ben Anderson from South Central, that's what we mentioned before the game even started. So what a nice thing to see on the scoreboard, 48-0 at this time. So it's good our way. But I know the first time we played them early in the season, we had a little different personnel on the field. We had some injuries and some youth in there playing on the line a little bit, and obviously getting our strength back has helped out tonight, and then our defense has done a fantastic job so far. So I wasn't expecting a 0 on the scoreboard for them. So it's a good start to the first half for sure.
Well, we talked a little bit earlier. Culver scored 50 points last week in round 1. Now here we are in the first half. It looks like they're knocking on the door of repeating that. You got to be happy for the Cavs, but let's transition and talk about all athletics going on here at Culver. Of course, Athletic Director Mike Zahner is also the head coach of the football team, so we appreciate you stepping in for his duties as we normally talk to the Athletic Director at halftime. But talk a little bit about some of the sports going on here as we transition into winter. It's boys and girls basketball.
Yeah, and I'll start talking a little bit about fall sports. We had a very successful fall sports, and obviously with the football team still playing in the second round of sectionals and hopefully make it to the third round in the championship game, some great things happened to the football team. So, I think if you would ask Mike before the game started, if you could get to the sectional championship and have this record at this time, he would have said, let's go. Right now. So they have done a great job with the staff. Obviously, Kyle Kling and Austin Faust and Justin Croy and Adam Neese do a fantastic job on the sidelines with that. So football is going very strong. Volleyball this year for the girls had their best season probably in a long time. So nice to see some maturation on the girls' side with volleyball. And then obviously girls soccer had a very strong season all year long. So some exciting stuff, for the youth going through, obviously even at the high school level, a lot of good things going on with the fall sports. So that's nice to see. So at this time, you start getting excited for the sectional championship, and we start transitioning to the winter sports, where obviously boys basketball starts, girls basketball starts, and even wrestling. So with the new IHSAA sport with female wrestling coming out, we've actually had some female wrestlers come out for the first time.
That's
so that's
excellent.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see. We get to see them practice every day, after school. So it's a nice feel to see that piece. And then obviously girls basketball started practicing this week. And then obviously this weekend, we actually have our first scrimmage with Andrean High School. So Andrean will be coming to us tomorrow. And a really cool piece that a lot of people won't know is Andrean's girls basketball coach is Tony Shube. And Tony was our girls basketball coach when we went to semi-state.
Okay.
And then Shane Lowry is our girls head basketball coach, and he was an assistant for him. So nice to see those two compete against each other. Obviously, Tony's going to be on the other sideline, so we probably won't talk to him as much as we used to, but it'll be a neat feel tomorrow to see that. And I think Shane has invited a lot of the girls who were the semi-state team to come watch and meet Tony again and see Tony again. So should be a pretty fun day tomorrow.
Yeah, Coach, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to actually getting the games in. I'm taking my Lady Tigers tomorrow up to South Bend Career Academy. So, again, it's nice to see Tony come back. He's had a lot of success. Was able to pull off that upset last year in the regional at Andrean against South Central, upset the number 1 team in the state. So, again, having some success up there at Andrean.
Yeah, and obviously, I don't think we're too excited to see your team come through here, Chris. We don't want to see the Lacrosse Tigers yet. Obviously, we're going your way. But obviously, as you are, getting part of the same feel, the beginning of the year, you always have that excitingness to come through and be ready to play basketball. And it's fun for the girls, and I imagine you're going through that same experience with your girls, having a lot of your returners back and be ready to go. So it's exciting times, through everybody, where it's just makes the hallways feel a little bit different, makes your climate feel different in the school when things are going well, people want to be involved. And I feel that's where we're at right now.
Well, a lot of things
exactly. And I'll go ahead.
Yeah, please, Chris.
I'll go ahead and let you know I put in 5 new offenses, Coach Barron, that you haven't seen yet, and about 25 new out of bounds plays. So you haven't scouted those yet, so you're not going to know what we're going to do on November 8th.
I love it. I appreciate that. It makes me feel good. I can stay up a little extra, maybe the next couple nights to get you down.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do want to ask about, as the principal here at Culver, yes, athletics is a big part of it, but it's about a student athlete. Talk about what it's like with players who are playing fall sports, maybe into the winter sports, but also keeping an eye on their grades as well. That's got to be a thing that you tackle on a daily basis with your teachers.
Yeah, absolutely. And since you even mentioned that, this last week has been some of those academic recognition nights that we have had. We just had our NHS the other night, where you would see many of our athletes who are on the field being represented that time. So they're doing a great job tackling both, being in the classroom, doing the things that we preach in, doing what's right, doing your best, and being prepared. We preach those 3 things very hard every day, and they're doing that. Obviously, we have academic awards and athletic awards coming through at this time because one sport ends and another one begins. So it's really nice to recognize those kids who are doing the right things.
Yeah, I keep an eye on you guys. Quick plug real quick, the social media, Culver_community_schools. I keep up on all the information. And, of course, you guys got your volleyball social media site as well. That's been helpful for me in sports. You guys had a couple of all-HNAC conference, I believe, if I'm correct in saying that, this past week in the Sports Check. I was reading about that. A lot of things are happening here in Culver, and we're so glad we finally got a football game. And it's been since 2014 since I did a football game. You probably don't remember I did a game here before, have you?
I don't remember that. That's awesome. What game would that have been, 2014?
2014, I was a sideline reporter for Tony the Boss Ross on Max 98.3, our sister station, and that was one of my first football games. Broadcasting was actually here at Culver.
That's
so
awesome.
I have.
Was that the LaVille game, possibly?
I don't remember what game it was. I'll have to go through the archives, but I do remember being here. And Culver is always a special place that I enjoy coming back to and visiting. And, Lake Maxinkuckee is right there. Just a beautiful town and great places to eat. Of course, Chris lives here in Culver. Chris, you're probably pretty happy you found out tonight's game was on the schedule in Culver. You just have a quick drive over where you live here in Culver, don't you?
Yeah, I'm about 2 miles from home. So all I know is I'm standing right here out in the field. I haven't had anything to eat. I came straight from basketball practice. And I got to tell you, Coach Barrett, those pork burgers are smelling phenomenal, and my stomach is growling. I'll be honest with you.
That was a smart job by our NG3 program to make sure that smoke comes this way, so you smell it to say, hey, you better get over there and get something really quick.
Well, hey,
I tell you what, I need to take a break so I can go get something. I'm hungry.
Well, we'll give you that break, Chris, if you need it, but we sure do appreciate your time as always. Principal here at Culver Community High School, Brett Barrett, thank you so much for your time. And until next time, I'm sure this won't be the last time we chat.
All right. Thank you very much. You guys do a great job. We appreciate you guys promoting our student athletes here at Culver. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. This is the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Halftime Show on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Welcome back to Cavalier Field here in Culver, Indiana, as the Culver Cavaliers are rolling over the South Central Satellites 48-0. It has been a tough half for the South Central Satellites. As we bring in our sports analyst Chris McGowan down on the sidelines, working his way over to the South Central sideline to potentially talk to head coach Buzz Schoaf of the Satellites. Overall consensus of what you think the Satellites need to do and what you're hoping Buzz Schoaf will tell you here in a few moments, Chris.
But right now, they just can't. The scoreboard, they got to put that out of their minds and just come out and just execute and work on getting better. It's a young South Central football team, and work on trying to build some momentum going into next season.
Yeah, the Satellites are going to have a big half here. The biggest half of the season is right now. They're going to have some big miracle happen because they need to get some points on the board and then keep points from adding up, as the Culver Cavs offense has been very strong tonight. You just got to feel for the South Central Satellites. They've had a tough season. Buzz Schoaf has talked in the Saturday Sports Line. It's just been one of those years for them. They won the last 2 games in a row, probably the highlight of their season, and they come into the second round of sectionals tonight against Culver, who they believe they can play against very easily, hand in hand. But tonight it has been Cavs football all the way, and South Central just having a tough time being able to fight back right now. It's unfortunate for them. But we look over on the sidelines and wait for head coach Buzz Schoaf as we see him potentially, probably, I would go ahead and say it, I think he's the best coach in the 8 schools the best dressed coach that we see in the 8 schools that we cover, Chris. He is in that shirt and tie, and there is no other coach in the area that wears a tie.
Sweater vest, kind of going Jim Tressel look. But Coach Schoaf here making his way over, and we'll get a word with him. Before we get a word in with him, an update, Liberty Field, with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, North Judson has taken the lead 12-6 against Triton in the third quarter. So, Coach Schoaf, definitely not the first half that you had anticipated. But, again, your kids are fighting. What did you say at halftime?
Well, it's just the idea is if you can't have fun in this game right now at this venue, then you – are playing football for the wrong reason. Nothing right now matters. It's just it takes some pride in what you're doing and get some pride back. Understand that you're probably not going to win this football game, but make sure that Culver knows that they played a football game tonight. Play within the rules, and let's just go out and have some fun and execute the things that we know that we can execute. That first half, just everything fell apart all at once. And we're out some players now, but, it's going to get better. The sun will rise tomorrow, and we just have to understand that tonight wasn't our night, but we're going to play these guys again next season. So just remember what's happening.
Right. A young football team you have here, and again, that's what I was saying right before you came out. Try to build some momentum going into next season with this young football team.
Yeah, exactly. Go out there and show us that you know what you're doing. And that and we got some key pieces that we can use, and then let that roll over into next season. Don't let this game affect what happens next year.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's head coach of the South Central Satellites, Buzz Schoaf, with our sports analyst Chris McGowan on the sidelines, getting ready for second half sectional football action. We are going to take a break, as this is the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660, serving the local area since 1936. Don't go anywhere. Second half football action from Culver, Indiana is next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out, because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Welcome back here to Cavalier Field in Culver, Indiana, as the Cavs lead the South Central Satellites here in round 2 of sectionals. Sectional 41 to be exact, 48-0. As you put up 48 points in the first half, Chris. Do you put in your second string yet, or do you continue with your first string?
Well, the thing about it is Culver, numbers-wise, they don't have the greatest of numbers. So
right.
Yeah, eventually I think maybe you give your starters maybe one more possession with the running clock here in the third quarter. But then, you try to get some of those younger kids so you can get you don't want to risk an injury to one of your starters, knowing that you are playing for a sectional championship next week.
Well, we remind you the on-field PA announcer tonight is Shane Lowry. The clock operator is Michael Skiles. The play clock operator tonight is Kyle Evans. And tonight's statistician is A.J. Neese, as we are set for second half football action. Tonight's second half kickoff is brought to you by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac. Shane Schumann set to kick this one away into satellite territory as we'll start the second half. The kick is up and away, and we are underway here to start the second half in Culver, Indiana, as the Satellites will return this one. That's number 45, Isaiah Affelbacher, who returns it all the way back to about the 47-yard line before he's tackled. Big-time return as he cut back over to the right sideline there, Chris.
Yeah, good start for the Satellites. Great return now. Let's see if they can do something with it offensively. But again, down 48-0 here in the second half. It's going to be a running clock, so you're not going to have too much time. But again, like Coach Schoaf said, come out and make Culver know that they were in a game tonight, and to show your quality and leave here and start playing with a little bit of pride.
Yeah, and we have seen the Satellites do just that throughout the year. They don't go down without a fight, as Zach Hanshar from shotgun takes the snap, a low snap, but he has it. He rolls out to his right as Cavs are going to have it. But no, he gets up to the right sideline, lowers his shoulder, and takes a hit. He may have 8 on the carry before he's brought down. Big-time run from Zach Hanshar, and he shows that energy right there on that play.
Hanshar on the carry. Tackled by Ethan Binion.
It looks like we may
and
have.
He is down. I think.
Yeah.
Hanshar is down. I think he may have just landed on the football and has the wind knocked out of him. But I'm hoping.
Yeah, that is Zach Hanshar, their quarterback. He lowered his shoulder and trucked forward, and putting that punishment on the Cavalier may have actually hurt him in the process. We sure hope he's okay there on the sidelines, getting tended to, as we've had 3 players go down throughout this game. It is getting physical here in Culver. Even though the Cavs are up 48-0, like you said, Chris, these Satellites want to show some pride here in this second half, and you just hate to see when anyone goes down like this. We hope it's not too serious. I do have a...
Yeah, I think he landed on the ball.
No,
Go ahead.
No, please.
I was just saying, he landed on the football there, and looks like I said, may have had the wind knocked out of him, and again, that is not a pleasant feeling. So moving a little gingerly there, but a rib cage in type of injury there by landing on the ball.
Well, he's able to get up under his own powers. I do have the final from West Central. Jeff Messer, the athletic director, just texted me 40-0 as the West Central Trojans shut them out. And they will be playing in the sectional championship game, Chris.
12-6, North Judson over Triton in the third quarter.
So, again, Mark Hall doing a great job there at West Central and playing for a championship next week.
All right, there's a fumble on the play. That's Ryan Beam. No, that is number 12, Hayden Trutko for the South Central Satellites. I was trying to figure out who they're going to place in the quarterback position now for the Satellites, as they don't get much on the – no, they don't get anything. It looks like it'll be third down, 3rd and 9 here, as it looks like their quarterback is Hayden Trutko now, the senior, 6'2", $165. Hayden Trutko is now the quarterback of the South Central Satellites, and like Buzz Schoaf has said in the Saturday Sports Line, you never know who's going to play what position with the Satellites due to their low numbers. They have to have all hands on deck as Trutko is in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself up the middle. He's running. He has maybe a couple of yards before he's tackled by several Cavaliers, as that offensive line for South Central is having a tough time with that defensive line from the Cavs.
I have a score update from LaVille. LaVille is down 8-0 in the third quarter, but they have the ball in Andrean territory on the 35-yard line. So 8-0, Andrean 59ers over LaVille in the third quarter.
Of course, you can catch that game on our sister station, Max 98.3, with the boss, Tony Ross and crew. That's Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR, as we are so glad to be a part of this area of Indiana's sports, high school sports for that matter, as there is a timeout on the field.
Timeout, Satellites.
And the Satellites will use their timeout to talk this one over. I'm wondering what this timeout speech has got to sound like, Chris. Not only have you lost Aaron Hogan, you've now lost Zach Hanshar, 2 big-time offensive threats for the Satellites. That's tough.
Again, just calming the kids down, just getting everybody on the same page, and just, hey, just go out and execute what we know how to execute. And, again, just have some pride about yourself and go out and play the game of football and have fun.
So both teams are talking things over here, using this timeout to their advantage. It looks like the Satellites are going to stay with Trutko, Hayden Trutko, at the quarterback position. He's a tall 6'2" out there, as he will be taking this one from shotgun on 4th down, 4th and 8. They're going to have to go for it. Of course, this time in the game, there's no sense in punting. You've got to do everything you can to get some points on the board. Trutko from shotgun takes the snap. He's rolling out to his right as he's got a Cavalier over him. He throws over the up, and it's going to be almost caught. His intended receiver was Brad Bashinsky, number 24. But it was broken up by Oliver Morgan, as it will be a turnover on downs with 8:30 to go here in the third quarter. The Cavs lead 48-0, and they stop South Central for their first drive of the second half.
And just like that, Culver will take over. Looks like we may have some clean jerseys here on the offensive side of the ball for Culver.
So some players getting extra minutes that they might not have normally had. It looks like number 9, Jonas McEwen, the freshman, is in at quarterback for the Cavs as he hands off to number 32. That's Ian Brown, the senior, who gets maybe 4 on the carry. As, boy, if you are Jonas McEwen, you have got to be overly ecstatic about this opportunity. This young and second round of sectional action, he's going to be able to add that to his resume after tonight as he gets the call from the offensive coordinator and trots himself out there. Boy, he looks young out there, doesn't he, Chris?
Well, he is only a freshman, but again, you're right. To be able to get some experience underneath the Friday night lights in a sectional game, that's huge.
All right, McEwen takes the snap. He hands off. That's Ethan Binion, number 42, rolls over to the right side. Looks like he's going to get the first down and more. It took a few Satellites to bring him down as the Cavs are going to move the chains.
Picks up a Cavalier first down.
LaVille has put a score on the board. It's now 8-6. The point conversion failed. But again, in the third quarter now, Andrean up 8-6. Under a minute left to go in the third quarter. at LaVille.
Yeah.
Andrean up 8-6.
Sounds like a tightly contested game on our sister station, Max 98.3. That's Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR with the boss, Tony Ross and crew. Feel free to flip back and forth as all the sports action in this area is being covered by us. McEwen takes the snap and hands off to Ian Brown up the middle for the Cavs. Looks like he tripped himself, and he's not going to get much on the play. It will be second down. Second down here coming up. 2nd and 10. They didn't gain anything. Yeah. 2nd and 10. Ball on Satellite's 33-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go. That running clock keeps on ticking as it's 48-0 here in Culver. The Cavs lead. McEwen from shotgun takes the snap. He hands off to Brown up the middle, who's going to break away. He's got a lot of room to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Culver Cavaliers. Ian Brown, the senior. Big-time run for the Cavaliers as they strike again, 54-0.
Again, just a great run there. Made a couple guys miss and was able to sneak it in just inside that front right pylon. And the senior getting a touchdown here in the sectional play.
Yeah, and he wanted that one. You could tell he was running full head of steam to the house. He was hungry for that one as the Cavs just won't let up. Big time play for them. And they're going to kick the extra point. They've been going for 2 all evening. Shane Schumann set to kick the extra point here. The snap, the hold, the kick. Up and away, and it's good. Go ahead, Chris.
Extra point is good.
I can't remember the last time Culver's actually kicked an extra point.
Yeah, that is.
It's been a few years that I know of.
Yeah. Well, they scored that extra point as it's 55-0 here in Culver. We give a big shout out to Matt Ketchum and Maury James down in Broad Ripple, Indiana, tuning in live right now. We so appreciate it. Streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. Well, this second half is just going to go by that much faster, Chris. 55-0. And I do believe I have an update from Nathan Welter in Knox, Indiana. Knox is leading 22-0 over West Noble with 5 minutes left in the game.
Say that again. I was talking to Mr. Barrett down here. We were looking at the LaVille score.
No, you're fine.
What did Nathan Welter say?
Yeah, Nate just texted me. He said that Knox is leading West Noble with 5 minutes left in the game, 22-0.
Busted it open there a little bit. 5 minutes to go. You got to like Knox's chances of making it to the sectional championship next week. The last time I saw Justin score, it was still 12-6. So I'll see if I can get an update there.
So the Cavs will be set to kick this one away. Shane Schumann to do the do. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter, as it's 55-0. All right, Schumann's kick is up and away. It'll be returned by number 1, Angelo Stolf, who cuts back over to the 50-yard line, now to the 45, 44 in Cavs territory. Probably one of the better returns the Satellites have had thus tonight.
Jackson on the tackle. Coach Croy on the
Yeah, good return there by South Central, and see if they can do something with it here offensively now with 4:15 left in the third quarter, down 55-0.
Well, the Satellites have had a couple injuries happen, and it looks like Hayden Trutko is still going to be the quarterback. Zach Hanshar must be injured on the sideline, Chris. That's tough to swallow. Aaron Hogan and Zach Hanshar in one night for the Satellites, as Trutko is in the shotgun, ready to take the snap. He takes the snap. There might have been movement before the play, but they're not going to call it as Trutko keeps it himself up the middle. He's got maybe 5-6 on the carry before he's brought down by a couple of Cavs. One that comes to mind is number 78, Brady Bush, the senior.
So pick up a 4 yards there on first down, so 2nd and 6 for the Satellites. And as we are nearing the 3-minute mark here left in the third quarter.
Yeah, this quarter has gone a lot quicker than the first two, that's for sure. That running clock has really put things into high speed here. If you're a South Central Satellite, you hate to see it. Yeah, expedited. As Hayden Trutko takes the snap, he keeps it himself. It looks like right now they're just using Trutko to take the snap and run it himself. He's thrown it once. It was almost intercepted earlier. The Satellites are just in a world of hurt right now, and you hate to see it.
Yeah, just going basic Wildcat offense here and just trying to garner anything positive that they can.
2:20 to go here in the third quarter, 55-0. The Culver Cavaliers lead here in round 2 of sectional 41 of the 2022 IHSAA postseason for football. We are so glad you've joined us here on K99.3 as Trutko takes the snap, throws it as he gets a huge hit. He barely got rid of it as he was almost sacked by number 32 of the Cavs. That was Ian Brown. And it will be third down now for the Satellites. Fourth down.
I tell you, yeah, Ian Brown has made a living in the backfield of South Central all night long. When they've gone empty, he has blitzed every single snap. So he has definitely put the pressure on the quarterback all night long.
Quick update from Nathan Welter and Knox. They just intercepted the football with 4 minutes left. Knox is driving down the field as we speak. Here in Culver, Hayden Trutko for the Satellites takes the snap. He throws out to his right side, and it's batted down by number 9, Jonas McEwen, the freshman, on fourth down. Interesting situation that he decided to bat it instead of intercepting there, Chris.
A very smart play, actually. Very headsy, showing his football acumen right there with the being fourth down because knock that down, you get better field position. So very, very unselfish play there by McEwen. And I tell you what, for a freshman, that's very, very, very impressive.
I'm 30 years old, Chris. I'd have intercepted that and tried to run it to the house. So that tells you how smart he is for doing that. As a freshman, he knows exactly what he's doing out there, and it shows you how little I know what I'm doing. McEwen takes the snap from shotgun. He hands off to Ian Brown, who is full head of steam. Boy, he is really excited to be getting the calls right now as he crosses the 50-yard line and tackled at the 47 as Ian Brown is running full head of steam, acting as if it's 0-0 here. That's the type of play and energy you want to see out on your football team, I would say, Chris.
Yeah, it is, and I tell you what, he's been running around the field all night. You know, every time he's blitzed, he's probably blitzed about 25 snaps on defense. So again, definitely getting the leg work out in tonight. Ian Brown here offensively now for the Cavaliers.
Well, you probably heard the siren in the background. That's the end of the third quarter, 55-0, as the Culver Cavaliers have had their day. It has not been a day to remember for the South Central Satellites of Union Mills. They have not scored yet. Of course, we talked earlier last week in round 1, the Cavs scored 50 points, only allowed 8 on their opponent. So right now they have eclipsed that 50-point mark, putting 55 on the board through 3 quarters, Chris. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I tell you what, they definitely got things rolling in the right direction. It's amazing what happens when you get healthy. You get everybody in the right spots. So, again, yeah, this Culver Cavalier team, I'm telling you what, I don't know if I'd want to face them in a sectional championship game.
Well, if it's looking like Culver will win this game, if they do, they would face the winner between North Judson and I'm forgetting off the top of my head who North Judson is playing right now, Chris. Triton. They will play the winner of North Judson and Triton. As right now, you are exactly right, Chris. I wouldn't want to face these Culver Cavs. I mean, they are clicking on all cylinders right now. McEwen takes the snap from shotgun. He hands off to Brown up the left side, and he's going to get the first down and more. It was 2nd and 2, ball on the 48, and they cross over into satellite territory, and the ball will be spotted at about the 38-yard line as the Cavs will move the chains.
I would think if I was a Culver Cavalier, the only thing I would have a complaint about is these quarterbacks. I would be talking to Coach Faust, asking if we can do something different about running these plays in and out. These guys are running a lot here to the sideline to get the next play call. That'd be my only complaint.
You're wearing your players out, Coach. McEwen takes the snap. He flicks it up the middle. That's number 5. Oliver Morgan, the senior, on the carry. May have 4 or 5 before he's tackled. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Number 57.
Looks like it was a gain of 8 on that play, Chris.
Yeah, good run there. Another update from Liberty Field. North Judson put another touchdown on the board. It's now 18-6. So North Judson starting to take command at Liberty Field against Triton.
Well, we expected that to be the case, as the winner of that game will face the winner of this game, and right now it's looking like that will be the Culver Cavaliers with 10:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Running clock. McEwen takes the snap. He hands off to Ian Brown up the middle, and he is going to get that first down and move those chains. Big-time first down for the Cavs. The Satellites just don't have an answer right now on defense, as backup players for the Cavs are in, getting extremely good minutes for them, putting those times on their belt, making sure that they have that experience for years to come, as this is a big-time this is honestly ideal. This is exactly what you want. You want to have your young guys come in second half, big-time sectional football. You want to get your young guys this experience, and that's exactly what Jonas McEwen, the freshman for Culver, is doing, as he takes the snap, but there's flags on the play immediately, Chris.
Yeah, false start there by the Cavaliers. I'm going to back them up 5. So it'll be 1st and 15 for Culver.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for Culver, as Jonas McEwen is set to take this one. He sets his man in motion, takes the snap, he flicks it to, that's number 80, Caleb McEwen. Might be relation, I would say. Both freshmen, probably brothers, as it was a McEwen to McEwen connection there, but not much on the carry, as it'll be 2nd and 15.
Yeah, no play right there, but that could have been a lot worse. But Emiliana Ortiz did a very good job right there of not committing a foul and blocking in the back. Just got beat off the line of scrimmage and didn't commit the foul. So a very disciplined play there by Emiliano Ortiz out here at the wide receiver spot.
2nd and 19, McEwen from shotgun takes the snap. He hands off to Ian Brown up the right side. He breaks away. He's got a lot of room. He is going for the first down, and he is going to get it. Tried to stay in bounds before he was knocked out at about the, 10, 15-yard line, Chris?
10-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, thanks for that spot there, Chris, down on the sidelines, getting all the inside information. We so appreciate our sports analyst doing all his work for us throughout this season, as Chris has done a fantastic job. We thank Patrick Auto Group for supporting local high school sports. Located in Knox on US 35, call 574-772-7272. That's Patrick Auto Group. 1st and goal for the Cavs, 55-0 as they lead. They've got their backup players in, as Jonas McEwen, the freshman quarterback, takes the snap from shotgun, runs it up the middle himself, and he may have a yard or 2 on the play.
I picked up about 6 on the play there. Going to mark him down inside the 5, about the 4-yard line. So the freshman quarterback doing a good job carrying the ball there.
Yeah, big-time run from him. As tonight's game is brought to you in part by Lawrence Farms, we thank Todd Lawrence for supporting local high school sports.
And you got to make that, he picks up 6 yards on the carry, and then he's got to run another 40 over to get the play call. So again, that would be my only complaint about that. Coach Faust has got to do a better job of getting hand signals.
McEwen from shotgun, ready to take this one. It's 2nd and 4. And it looks like there may be a timeout on the play. And the Culver Cavaliers are going to take a timeout here and talk things over, Chris, as we will keep it here. Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's football action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Well, Chris.
That long run that McEwen had to make over to get the play call cost him 5 yards. The play clock was running down to 0, so they called timeout to save the 5 yards.
Well, it just from talking in the pregame, I knew that Culver was going to show up tonight. I knew that South Central was going to show up tonight. I just didn't think it was going to be this lopsided of an affair. 32-16 in week 2. I assumed that South Central was going to get points on the board tonight, but the Cavs really studied throughout this week, and they were prepared for the satellites, it looks like, Chris.
Yeah, they found something in the offensive formations that South Central liked to do and took advantage in their pass protection, bringing the outside linebacker every time South Central went empty. So just a very good executed game plan by Culver.
McEwen takes the snap. He hands off up to the right side. It's another touchdown for the Culver Cavaliers. I didn't see who got the call, though, Chris.
Oliver Morgan, number 5.
Number 5, Oliver Morgan, the senior, on the touchdown as the Cavs increase their lead 61-0 here in the 4th quarter with 6 minutes to go. And the Cavs will be set to kick this extra point as well. It's Shane Schumann to do the kicking duties. He kicked his extra point last time, and it went through. We'll see if he can get another one to go through here. Clock continues to run as it's 61-0. The snap, the hold, the kick is up and away, and it is no good.
Extra point fails.
So the score stays at 61-0 with the running clock at 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the ball game. I am Mitch Columbi. Along with me is sports analyst Chris McGowan. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be here. Well, Chris, if you're the South Central Satellites here on this next drive, I'd say you just have to try to put some points on the board for respect. Would you agree?
Yeah, I did try to come away with something positive, get a couple first downs, and like you said, try to put one across the goal line here before you have to get on that bus and make that trip back to Union Mills.
Well, you can hear the fans in the background. They are very happy with their Culver Cavaliers. As we look across the way on the other side of the field, it looks like South Central showed up in full force tonight to support their Satellites. Good showings from both teams' fans.
And we have a final from Community Field over in Knox. Knox 22, West Noble 0. That is a final.
So Knox will move forward, beating West Noble. They will compete in the sectional championship game next Friday night. We will find out who they play tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line. We hope you join us then as the kick is up and away, and it's going to be returned by number 1 of the South Central Satellites, Angelo Stouth, who gets it back to maybe the 13-yard line before he's wrapped up and tackled. Looked like 74 was the one that I saw. Connor Elliott there, Chris.
Yeah, did a good job of wrapping up and making the tackle there on the kickoff team.
Well, I've got an old friend listening tonight, Chris. Mr. Donovan, a high school teacher from Rushville, Indiana. He is listening all the way from Potato Creek State Park right now. We so appreciate Mr. Donovan listening, and I hope you're doing well, Mr. Donovan. It's been a few years, and yes, I'm back up north on the radio making things happen. We appreciate you tuning in here at K99.3 and WKVI.com. 1st and 10 for the Satellites. It's 61-0 as the Cavs lead. It looks like that is And there's flags on the play. I was going to say, I was a little lost there. That's number 12, Hayden Trutko, in for quarterback right now. Of course, their quarterback went out earlier this evening. We don't have an update on that injury from Zach Hanshar, their starting quarterback, or Aaron Hogan. We sure hope both of them are okay, as we have Hayden Trutko, who normally is not a quarterback. He is listed as a tight end and wide receiver. He is given the ball right now in a tough situation, Chris.
Yeah, he is. Again, South Central gone to a wildcat offense. Even though it looked like right there, he caught that snap. Looked like he was looking to throw the ball.
All right, Trutko takes the snap. He's looking to throw, fires over the middle, but it's no good. It'll be second down with 3:30 and change to go here in the fourth quarter. That clock keeps on ticking.
It looks like Knox will be playing Jimtown next week in the sectional championship. Jimtown is up 28-7 in the fourth quarter against John Glenn.
So the Jimmies and the Redskins will face off for sectional championship action next Friday night. We sure hope you join us tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, to catch up with all our area coaches and see what they are ready for going to next week for round 3. Takes the snap. That's Trutko. He fires over the right side. He had calves all over him, and it is completed to number 24. Big-time pass play to Brad Bashinsky, the sophomore. As the Satellites came away lucky there, they are going to move the chains and get the first down.
Yeah, down to 2.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter here. And tell you what, Trutko there, again, showing his athleticism, got flushed from the pocket and on the run, threw that up. And Brzezinski ran underneath it and made a nice play. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Knox, no matter what, has to go on the road next week. So they will have to go to Bargo Township.
So flags on the play.
Flag on the play.
I'm not sure what they're calling here, Chris.
Delay a game.
So the clock continues to roll under 2 minutes here. It's 61-0, as it's definite the Culver Cavaliers are going to move forward and compete in the sectional championship game. It looks like it will be North Judson St. Pierre next Friday night, as of right now anyway. So a minute 30.
North Judson's still up 18-6.
Yeah, still up 18-6. So that looks like that's what the matchup going to be, as Trutko is ready to take this one from shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Now he's got to roll out to his left, and he gets wrapped up and sacked by number 54 on the play. That was Gabe Jackson, the sophomore, on the sack. And we are under a minute here to go in the ball game.
So we're going to have one more snap at least for South Central.
Well, one more for good measure, for respect that Buzz Schoaf was talking about at the halftime break with you, Chris. I don't think he saw it going down quite like this tonight. I don't think any of us did, quite frankly, for that matter. 2nd and 28 with 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Well, now there's whistles on the play. Is there a timeout?
Yeah, timeout by South Central.
Fans, come out tomorrow and support our Lady Cavalier basketball team as they scrimmage the Andrean 59ers at high noon, John R. Nelson Gymnasium.
Well, we're collecting our thoughts here up at the booth. It's been a fantastic evening here in Culver, Indiana. We so appreciate the hospitality as always. Our halftime break with Principal Brett Barrett, of course. We got a chance to talk with him and catch up with all things Cavaliers. We'll also have a chance to talk with PA announcer Shane Lowry in the next few weeks as we are transitioning into boys and girls basketball. Of course, he's the head coach of the girls basketball program here at Culver. And it'll be 2nd and 28 with 28.5 seconds to go in the ball game. Takes the snap. Clock running. Throws over the middle. It's deep and it's caught by number 85. That's Carter Holmquist, who crosses the 50-yard line, and he's tackled at about the 40-yard line in Cavalier territory. The biggest play of the game for the Satellites. And the clock is stopped at 10 seconds. I'm not sure if they called a timeout or what happened there, Chris.
I think the injury timeout, they're making the kid that caught the ball there, over 85, Carter Holmquist, leave the field. But, yeah, South Central's going to use their final timeout with 10 seconds to go.
Well, they're going to try to talk this one over and get a score. You might as well to end the year off on a high note. If you're the South Central Satellites, you've got 10 seconds to do so. The ball is spotted on the 40-yard line in Cavalier territory. This is all about respect right here. The game is in hand. The Culver Cavaliers are moving on to the sectional championship game, but this last 10 seconds, this right here is for pride. If you're a South Central Satellite fan, you want to get points on that board, walk off the field with your head held high. It's been a heck of a season for them as they are set and ready to go here for their potentially last play of the game. So the whistle. We are ready to go. Trutko ready to take the snap. He does. He's looking to throw. They bring everything, and the throw is incomplete. And that will be the end of the ball game. 61-0. The Culver Cavaliers triumph over the South Central Satellites of Union Mills here in round 2 of sectional football action. We have a lot to talk about as it's a shutout here in Culver. We will be back for the Collins Insurance postgame show for our sports analyst Chris McGowan. I am Mitch Columbi. The final is 61-0 here in Culver. Stay tuned for the Collins Insurance postgame show. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. The beat begins in a simple and mellow place, from low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of the artist's experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on all the amazing offers we're dropping this summer.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show. Let's get back to Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
Welcome back here to Cavalier Field in Culver, Indiana, as the Cavs prevail 61-0 over the South Central Satellites. Welcome to the Collins Insurance postgame show. I am Mitch Columbi. Along with me is sports analyst Chris McGowan down on the sidelines as the tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, as WKVI will always be here. A lot to talk about, Chris. 61 points on the board for anybody. That is a lot. They scored 50 in the first half. It was all Cavs tonight.
Got off a great start. South Central won the toss, deferred. So Culver got the ball to start the game, and 2 or 3 plays later, Shane Schumann breaks one for 39 yards and puts them up 6-0 to get the 2-point conversion, and they never looked back. Again, defensively, doing a very good job of being aggressive, trusting their secondary to be able to cover when you're blitzing like that. So again, saw something in the satellite offensive line protection, and again, just a great job of executing the game plan by the Cavaliers here tonight.
Well, they just wrapped up their post-game speech there at the north end zone. They've got to be happy, of course. They were wearing all black with white trim tonight, looking very good out there, and they provided a fantastic game. 61-0 was the final. Stick around, though. Our Stark County Co-op play of the game is next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is proud to be our area's newest sales representatives for Pioneer Hybrid Seed. This is Andy Awald. Pioneer offers top-of-the-line genetics, a complete portfolio including alfalfa and wheat seed, and cutting-edge seed traits and technologies. Combined with exceptional financing options, Pioneer provides the total package, one that we are proud to be able to offer our customers. If you are currently working with a Pioneer sales representative, you've made a good choice. If you aren't, let Farm Fertilizers and Seeds show you how Pioneer can work on your farm. Call us today at 867-2441 to answer any of your questions.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. Now, let's return to the voices of WKVI Sports Director Mitch Colombi and Sports Analyst Chris McGowan.
Welcome back here to Cavalier Field. 61-0 is the final as the Cavs roll over the South Central Satellites. The South Central Satellite season comes to an end. They win 3 out of the 11 games total, Chris. So 3-8 is the final for their season. A tough loss for them as the seniors on that team played their hearts out this season, as they will go down in round 2 of Sectional 41. The Culver Cavaliers, though, had a fantastic game overall. As we look at our sponsors for tonight, we appreciate Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. We also appreciate Collins Insurance, taking care of all your insurance needs. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. It's time now for our Stark County Co-op play of the game. Let's bring our sports analyst, Chris McGowan, who's standing at the 40-yard line right in front of me. Chris, what is our Stark County Co-op play of the game for you?
It has to be that first touchdown by Shane Schumann. Set the tone early. I think about 39 yards out, and right up the gut, just on an inside zone. I gotta love Coach Kling, I tell you. But anyway, that's the Stark County Co-op play of the game, because from that point on, Culver never looked back and put 61 points on the board, and that was just the start of the flood, I guess, the floodgates opening.
I would agree with you. That is a great terminology. The floodgates were opened. It was Cavs night through and through. And if you're a South Central Satellite fan, you can't be too disappointed. These Satellites put up a heck of an effort throughout the whole season. They won the last 2 games in a row. They come into tonight facing a familiar foe where they lost in week 2 against Culver. They just couldn't make things happen as it ends 61-0. And that's our Stark County Co-op play of the game. We thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Don't go anywhere. We are going to take a break. The 5-star player of the game is next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort. Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Mitch?
Thanks, John. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by 5-Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5-Star in the Knox Mall. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson St. Pierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12, 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-Star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Chris McGowan is standing by to announce our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Day, Player of the Game. Chris?
War number 34 tonight for the Culver Cavaliers. Usually he's in the number 40, but war number 34 tonight for the Cavs, Shane Schumann. Several touchdowns. I know he had well over 100 yards just in the first quarter alone rushing the ball. So, again, just, a senior that has set a multitude of records here at Culver High School, and tonight wasn't going to let his football career come to an end.
No, he was not, and you said it just perfectly, Chris. Shane Schumann is rewriting the history books here at Culver Community Cavalier football. Boy, I mean, when you pass the all-time rushing record, and he did it early on in the season. Think about that, Chris. He did it, it was like week 3 or week 4. He had broke the all-time rushing record here at Culver as a senior. I mean, he is running all over the place. We've heard coaches around the area. It seems like Shane Schumann's in his 5th year here. We keep hearing about Shane Schumann, but boy, is he got his accolades, and we congratulate him on being named our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Well, we invite you to join us tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports broadcast in Indiana. We will have our area high school coaches on hand to catch us up on what happened tonight, as we will be going live at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning on 99.3 FM and streaming online at WKVI.com. I invite you to follow us on Facebook at Sports to the Max, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, and on Twitter at KVB Sports for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. For our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, our sports analyst, Chris McGowan, our in-game announcer, John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to High School Football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service, Dairy Queen of Winamac, Patrick Auto Group, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Ancilla College, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5-Star. We thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports.